Good evening and welcome to the 5th annual Bracketology Show. Joining me tonight, Rafa from Parts Unknown. Where is Parts Unknown?
2.5 hours south of San Antonio, out of the nice, steamy, hot border town of Laredo, Texas.
Dude, are you at an undisclosed? I was gonna say undisclosed location, and then you said Laredo. I was gonna say Blink.
Well, his internet is just to set the fair expectation when Rafa talks. It'll be coming in and out. Just
Oh, gotcha.
Price of a working man. For that, he didn't take off a couple of days like I did, but
yeah.
I don't have the knowledge, but I do the legwork, the muscle behind the scene. We'll say.
You are, Rafa. You are in a hotel room there, right? Blink twice if you're being held against your will.
I think I'm out of Los Locos or something
like that. 30 seconds in, we've already gone off the rail.
Already.
Coach Cano, welcome. Wish you luck. I know you're going to be out one section, and depending on how far Rafa and Steve pick your team, maybe even a little bit longer. For that here with the MacArthur girls advancing to the playoffs.
Yeah. For
that here.
Thank you. The future of their continued membership of being a part of the 50-50 podcast team depends on it. So I'll leave it at that. So, but yeah, so we'll see.
Well, there is some coaching news we'll get to, not necessarily on the girls' side, but on the boys' side. We'll get to
for sure.
Here.
But
Steve,
no, good to be here, though. Thank you for pushing back a few minutes to accommodate a coach. So appreciate you guys.
Sure, you can just say it was coach. That's all right. We know you were just. You were just scared. You're like, oh, Harry's got a trophy now, one trophy, to go.
Oh, Harry! Oh, you won it. You were at Wembley yesterday. I didn't realize
on the roster.
I didn't realize you were on the roster. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
I see Rafa, carrying around all his rings and his necklaces and saying, "Hey, I've won, 50,000 trophies." So I can at least do it with one, right? The first
those are all the ones.
70 years.
Those are all the ones that. Yeah, I get it. Hey, Newcastle, I give you a pass. We were on the moon, and Joe Namath predicted a Super Bowl victory in Super Bowl.
No, we weren't even on the moon before the last time they won.
Well, come on, help me out here. But yes, 1969. Yeah, even I didn't know that. As much as I follow Newcastle, even I didn't know that. So.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that long. But
yeah, great. But yeah, happy for their fans for sure. Great victory over. Yeah, my Liverpool unfortunately stunk it up this week. So, but we'll see how they regroup.
They had a bad week. We won't go into that because we got to get to Steve and his Arsenal. When's the last trophy you won there, Steve?
Gosh, how old am I now? It's been
Thierry Henry.
Just join one of Rafa's 50,000 clubs.
Yeah.
That the Yankees, the Cowboys.
I'm not a Yankees fan. I hate them.
Oh, Dodgers. I'm sorry.
I'm an Atlanta Braves fan.
But we're not here to chit chat about sports. We're here to talk about the playoffs here that's coming up here. We flipped a coin, and the girls won. So we're going to start with D1. We're going to do it a little bit different this year. We will go through, pick the first round, then we'll go to the actual bracket and pick all the way to the state semis for that region. Then we'll go back to the first round for region 2, all the way to the state semis, and repeat that process for that here. So with the brackets, they're a little bit cleaner since there's one less round for that here.
Yeah.
So
now, Rafa, Steve, did anybody actually witness the coin flip? All right, that's the question I have. If it involved just Harry and what is his name, Bubba Cunningham from the NCAA men's basketball club. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It was the one exactly from Friday Night Lights.
1980. Yes.
Hey, don't be a hater. And thank you, Coach Cano, for these nice little preview slides here.
It's a chart.
Nice little difference. Too bad we're not sitting in that room.
I know.
Year,
One day. One day.
The lottery comes through for one of us. Although I don't understand why we got the beer cups on the bottom of the floor there, but
that's apple juice, sir. It's apple juice.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're a high school show.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let me get the energy drink going. And ready to go.
So you got your juices, your snacks. Because we're hopefully this will go fairly well. What you're doing it here.
25 hours. 25 hours. Let's break that record.
35. It's 35.
It was 35. Okay.
35. Yeah.
Let's also set the expectation here for 4A. The brackets are not 100% final, especially Region 3. Not sure what's going on with Region 3, but with being able to go through and piece together the standings, be able to piece together through social media matches coming up, fairly confident in the matchups. If, God forbid, if something happens that we're not aware of, if it does change, so there is that chance. Tomorrow for the 5A and 6A, obviously, we'll be doing it after already certified, so that shouldn't be an issue. But we wanted to have 4A have their own night, and the only way to be able to do that before play starts is to start tonight, and then tomorrow will be 5A, and then 6A on the last night there. So just like I said here, if you're a coach, student, athlete that you're like, hey, we're playing and it's not on here, blame Max Preps.
Poor Max Preps.
But I can tell you, Rafa helped dig some stuff out for me. I dug a little bit trying to piece together the brackets and looking at attendance and stuff. So there is probably going to be a couple of matchups where we miss on just because, well, it's done by hand and done by me. And so I don't have that paid intern yet. So
let's get all the disclaimers out. Show started late because Coach Connor was freaking late. So yeah. So let's get them all out.
Well, I'd rather be up front.
Yeah.
So, but let's get going.
All right.
First match.
Oh.
El Paso Yaceta and Andrew's Mustang. So
you did this on purpose, didn't you, Harry?
I didn't do anything, dude. It's the first one.
First time in almost a decade, close to a decade, that Isleta is in the playoffs. So proud of my former school, former program, first year in 4A, and breaking through into the into the playoffs. So congratulations to them.
Going against Andrews for that here.
So the one thing that'll come up often in these, Harry, and I don't know how much access we'll have to these, is where is this game ultimately being played, especially when we're talking about Region 1, right? So so some of that will play a factor. Keep that in mind, folks, or we may not have the most accurate information in terms of location. So
this match hasn't been announced because Region 2 is the only region in Division 1. Or not Division, Region 1 that has not certified, but going through the standings for that here.
Give me Isleta, though. I'm going to go Isleta.
Yeah, same here.
Isleta.
Canyon West Plains Wolves versus Burke Burnett Bulldogs. 15-3-3, 12-1-1, and Burke Burnett 5-10-1 out of 4.
Excuse me. So we had Kevin Rafa. You'll recall we had Kevin Gomez from Yellow City Soccer on here, and he specifically talked about West Plains, how they kind of had some funny results that didn't quite go their way. Very kind of a team to watch that could play a potential spoiler Cinderella. I don't know, not quite a Cinderella, but maybe a little sleeper in there. So yeah, give me West Plains.
Yeah, West Plains as well.
Next up, Stephenville Honeybees versus Kendall Wildcats. 9-5-1, 7-1 in district for Stephenville. The Honeybees are usually tough, and Kendall Wildcats 14-5 and a respectable 5-5 in district 6.
So these are two. They've both been state champions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of those matchups where it's kind of throw the records out. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm leaning towards Stephenville,
Yeah.
just due to the fact that they have a little bit more tradition as far as running deep into the playoffs. But that's where I'm picking.
We'd have to double check Stephenville's. I'm curious, is there only 5 teams in this district, or did they only play one round? Because that strikes me as an interesting amount of matches in district play, but I don't know.
They,
I can tell you here. Hold on.
Yeah, they only
go ahead,
have.
Rafa.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 5 teams in the district.
It is
so
5. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Brownwood, Gatesville, La Paz, Stephenville, and Little River.
So there's only one team that doesn't make the playoffs, right?
Yeah, so basically, it was 8 games in the district.
Yeah. So Steve-O, you went Stephenville, is that right?
Steve-O went Stephenville.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, great barbecue in Kennedale. Goldies got to represent.
Still haven't been, man. Still haven't been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently number 1 in the Texas Monthly until the new rankings come out later this year.
Really? The
So
barbecue.
you're going against the barbecue.
RPI.
Yeah, I mean we're picking soccer here. We're not picking who's got the best pit masters, right?
Dude, you got to go with your heart and pick the barbecue, man. Come on.
Also, yeah.
All right, Rafa, what do you got?
I think Stephenville, but Kennedale could I think give them a little because some issues.
Mhm.
It's going to be a well-earned game for this one, so they better show up because they're not. I think Kennedale could probably sneak up. They'll be.
Next one, Fort Worth Southwest Raiders versus Springtown Porcupines. I like the Springtown Porcupines name here. 12-9, 11-3 in district for the Southwest Raiders. Springtown 12-5-2, 6-2-2 in district for that here. What says ye?
I know Springtown last year they advanced to the second round against another Fort Worth school. So it wasn't Southwest. It was actually against Carter Riverside with a 2-0 win. So I'm going to go with the Porcupines again. Advance to the second round.
Yeah,
I like them too. I like them too.
Yeah, I think District 8 is a little bit tougher than quality. Better. They do have
So moving on to the bottom half of Region 1 here. San Angelo Lakeview Chiefs, 10-9-1, 10-6, versus El Paso Austin, the Panthers at 12-8 and 11-7 in district.
Well, I think, man, this is almost a toss up. The edge here, I really like Lakeview. I think Austin might be a little bit more battle tested in terms of the district. 1-4A is legit a grind. I give it's splitting hairs here. I'd say slight edge, Austin.
I'm going to go Austin as well. I think last year District 1 had a little bit more victories against District 2. So just based upon that, I'm going to go Austin as well. Like Hector said, just the toughness of the district.
Moving on, that's 2 of 3. Rafa, you going Austin?
I think depending on this game, I think I'm gonna give it to Lakeview.
2-1.
I think Lakeview, especially at the travel, depending where this game's, because like I said, El Paso's probably end up going to Midland or Odessa or this game.
Dude, travel is out the window when it involves an El Paso team. They're the road warrior. That's why it's more of the other way around or neutral site. That's I think more of the issue. But really, actually, San Angelo too.
Yeah, actually, a correction. They were 2-2 last year against each other, the districts. But I'm still going with El Paso Austin.
I'll give Lakeview.
2-1, Rafa. You're outvoted. So just remember this when it comes down. Decatur Eagles, 14-5-2, perfect in district versus the Canyon Eagles. So Battle of the Eagles, 8-13-1 and 8-6. Do you like the Chicago Bears, Philadelphia mesh, or the Bald Eagle?
I didn't even catch that until you said something.
Yeah, same here.
Eagle.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Decatur. Looks like they're on a 8-game win streak. So
Decatur.
Yeah, same.
Life Waxahachie Mustangs, perfect 23-0, 10-0. Brownwood Lions, 18-4-1, 7-1. This is a match that you probably would have seen 2 or 3 rounds later in last year's. This year, you get it right off the bat.
Could this be a setup for an upset special, a first round upset special?
definitely so. Last year, three District 5 teams advanced over District 6. So that one District 6 though that got through was actually Life Waxahachie, who found themselves in the regional final.
Yeah, they were the bracket busters last year.
Bracket busters, yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Life Waxahachie on this one.
Rafa?
This is going to be a tough one. I think this is one of the 2 tests. The Lady Lions they're battle tested. They have Stephenville in their district. They lost a close game to them. They're gonna give everything they got. So I'll still give the edge to Life Waxahachie, but Brownwood, like I said, if they play a perfect game, they could literally steal this game. But I'm gonna give the edge to Life Waxahachie.
Coach, I know it's already been decided.
Yeah,
too,
it's
but
already
which
decided, but I don't know. Life Waxahachie is just kind of a continuation of last year. Obviously, they're undefeated. They've been killing people, but could this be the first real challenge they've had in months? I'm gonna go for the upset here. I'm gonna pick Brownwood.
And then the final one here before we actually take a look in the brackets and go to area regional semis and regional finals. Corinth Lake Dallas Falcons and Fort Worth Eastern Hills Highlanders. 13-1-1 and 8-6-2. I believe I don't think Region 8 has more than 3 teams in it.
Yeah. They have
yeah, so these two.
But that was their. So they have 6 teams. Did one of them not play?
So this should really. I think that's the
should be 8. No, but yeah, that's according to Max Preps. That's what was posted.
You got to give the edge to Lake Dallas.
Yeah.
Right. This is the same Max Preps that here in SanAntonio district where Taft has a California school in a Texas district. So
yeah. Yeah, Lake Dallas as well for me.
All right, so moving on to the area round, we have El Paso Yeseda Indians, who got past Andrews, versus Canyon West Plain Wolves, who got past Burke Burnett.
Okay.
First one, I'd say I think this is great story, great season. I think this is where it ends for Ysleta. Gonna go with West Plains.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You in agreement, Rafa?
Yeah.
Second one here is
Stephenville Honeybees versus Springtown Porcupines.
Tough to go against the Porcupines, man. But
I like both mascots though.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's not your traditional Wildcats or Tigers or. But that being said, I'm gonna go Stephenville. Yeah, the Honeybees.
Yeah. I don't think a porcupine can find a honeybee, man. I don't think it can keep up. So, yeah.
Things you come to the 50-54 and SA soccer. Can a porcupine find a honeybee? Next one, El Paso Austin, the Panthers versus Decatur Eagles.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Decatur.
I agree. Yeah. This was This was your Chicago Eagles, right? Harry?
Yes.
Yes, Decatur Eagles.
Well, no, you
Or
knocked
that was
Decatur
Canyon.
Eagles out with the Canyon Eagles. This is the
Canyon
bald
Eagles. It was
eagle.
Canyon
Oh,
Eagles.
okay.
Yeah. There we go.
This is the bald eagle.
Bald
There we
Eagles.
go. Oh, the bald Eagles.
Obviously would trump the Philadelphia Eagles.
Correct.
And then Life Waxahachie and Lake Dallas, 14-6-2, 10-0 versus 23 and would be 24-0 if they did advance.
Yeah, this is like one of those matchups that we were already kind of talking about, pre, coming on live, and where you find yourself in the second round, and it's like the area round, where you're in a battle. I mean, you've got two teams that you hate to see one of them get eliminated early, and this is one of those where, I'm gonna. That being said, I'm gonna stick with Life Waxahachie to get through to the regional semis.
Let me throw a counter on to you here. Does playing Brownwood affect this match at all? And I'm not trying to discount Eastern Hills, but the discussion you guys had with Life Waxahachie and Brownwood was a flip of a coin for two great programs. Does that factor in? Because this is a weekend and then early Tuesday, Thursday turnaround.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it definitely does. Of course, we definitely don't want anyone, injuries to come into play, but that's something that could possibly come into play. But or an extra time game, and then you got your, your confidence should be high, but sometimes after a grudge match, or one of those matches where it's just it takes a lot out of you. Yeah. So it just kind of depends on the situation as well as location.
Yeah. And Harry, there's the obvious thing. It's different in tournament play, right? We've seen it. We've heard about it all the time. You go back to just look at the NCAA, right? The basketball tournament. It's a grind.
Survive
in advance. No matter how good you are, somehow, some way, you're going to get tested. You're going to have a bad game. Some of your players, struggling. Some of your studs are struggling for whatever reason. God forbid injuries, as Steve-O was saying. So it's a process, right? And sometimes some of these teams, right, it's somewhere in there, and this is where luck has to play a factor along the way, because we have nothing else to really call it, right? But it's skill, and you're prepared for the moment and the opportunity. We call it luck, but it's not literally luck. But yeah, I think if they get past Brownwood, I think you're seeing Life go on a run here.
Mm-hmm.
Rafa?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Life, but also depends if Brownwood takes them to overtime. If that goes to overtime, even PKs, we'll see how fit,
how deep they are.
Deep they are. But I'll still give the edge to Life.
And that's where bench kind of comes into play. I mean, we already kind of know this. We haven't spoken about it just yet, but how deep is your team? Are you running 12, 13 players, or are you running 16, 17 players? So,
and that's a totally different variable that is very much in play at the 4A level, especially at the 4A level.
Mm-hmm.
And we have about 350 people watching, so thank you. If you can go to Coach Cano's 50/50 webpage or YouTube page, give them a like and subscribe on there. And then also, if you can do it on ours on the SATX, I think is how it's through, or SA Soccer Roundtable is how it is on YouTube. If you can, please give a like and subscribe. Goes a long ways in helping us out for that here. But thank you everybody for tuning in. And of course, if you have comments, please jump in. So moving to the regional semifinals, a little bit different this year. Canyon West Plains Wolves versus Stephenville Honeybees. Whether Rafa or Coach or Steve wants to go with it. The setup for this isn't at a central location, correct? It's like here used to be the regional semifinals would be in Corpus or SanAntonio. This here is going to be more home, if I understand it, more either home or neutral site.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this
very much starts to look a lot more like what the TAPS playoffs look after beyond the bi-district round.
So Canyon West Plain Wolves versus Stephenville Honeybees, 3 and 5.
I'm going to stick to West Plains. I feel like they kind of find it at the right time in the postseason. Not easy to go against Stephenville with their pedigree, just their experience, just their culture and everything, and they're very accustomed to going in 2, 3, 4 rounds very deep in the playoffs. But I give me West Plains.
Yeah, I'm going to go slight upset here, just based upon record, but I'm going to go with Stephenville on my end.
Oh, Rafa, you're in the hot seat now in a pivotal match here.
Well, talking to, like I said, Yellow Sea Soccer, I think this is a year. What he said a lot about the West Plains, just losing those real close games. It's probably helped them really build character, toughness. I think this is kind of not to say the end of the Stephenville dynasty, but I think this is the emergence of a new soccer power for the
Plains area.
Nice.
For the Plains area. So I'm gonna go with West Plains.
I agree.
All right, and then bottom half 4 versus 6. Decatur, 14-5-2, perfect 8-0. Life Waxahachie, the Mustangs 23-0 and 10-0.
All right, you guys already know where I'm at on this.
Bold Eagles.
Life.
I'm gonna go with Life Waxahachie.
Same. I agree.
So then the regional finals. Everybody's been talking up West Plains. Are they going to still keep talking up West Plain, or are we going to all of a sudden abandon them for Life Waxahachie and the Mustangs? You got a Mustang and a Wolf, 3 versus 6.
End of the can you cue the Boys to Men song here, Harry? The end of the road, I think, for West Plains. I think hey, a regional final in what is it, their 3rd, 4th year of existence? I think 4th year, right? 4th year. You got to be, but I think this is kind of one of those where, again, just thinking about what we talked about, Life Waxahachie doesn't show up or struggles. This is kind of one of those that could turn into very much a dogfight. If it's close, if it's tight, late in the match, goes into extra time. And then remember, a lot of these districts, right? A lot of these districts, they don't see penalties, right? So some of them at some point will see penalties for the first outside, because you can't duplicate the environment in pressure.
Yeah,
right. You just can't. So some of them could be seeing it for the first time, or somewhere in here, West Plains, Waxahachie, they could have already seen it once or twice or in this run, right? So I'm going to say edge here, Life.
Yeah, they've been there. They were in the regional final last year, so they got a little taste of what it's like to be one game away from state. State semifinals anyway. So, considering this year, to get to state, I guess you gotta, get to the final game. But yeah, that being said, Life Waxahachie.
Rafa, you going Life as well? I think you mentioned it earlier.
I'm going with them. Yeah.
So out of Region 1, and just we've selected it. So this is the road for Life. Brownwood Lions, Lake Dallas Falcons, Decatur Eagles, and then West Plain Wolves. That'll be an impressive run if they are able to make that run.
Mm-hmm.
So, but to get to state or to win state or get to state, you got to make those runs. All right, so then moving on to Division 1, Region 2 for 4A, Carrollton Ranchview Wolves versus Dallas Kimball Knights, 12-4, 10-0, and 16-5, and 14-4.
I think Ranchview is going to be a hidden
gem. You're going hidden gem with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they advanced to the first through the first round last year. They were the only District 9 team to advance. District 10 last year took 3 out of the 4 first round matches, but Carrollton Ranchview was the only team to advance. Like Rafa, I'm going to go with Ranch View.
And then everyone's favorite, or not favorite, Salina Bobcats, Nevada Community Braves. 21-1, 12-0, 12-7-2, 6-4. It always seems like these two end up meeting in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming everybody's going with Salina in the first round.
The dynasty continues. That's when I call it Salina, the dynasty.
At least through the first round or by district round, yeah, for sure.
I do like the Community Braves badge though. That is kind of sweet. I'll give them that. Sulphur Springs, Tyler Chapel Hill Bulldogs, 16-3-1, 10-0, 14-9, and 9-5 for that hand.
If memory serves me right, because I had this conversation with Coach Upton on the boys' side, I believe this is a doubleheader, right? I think the boys matchup is the exact same, is a mirror image of this. So just kind of an FYI, but yeah, Sulphur Springs, Rafa, I don't know. They kind of never came up a quiet 16-3-1, right? Quiet undefeated district season. Never really kind of, for whatever reason, entered more of the conversation to even get, approaching the RPI. But I don't know, man.
They were knocking on the door. They were one of those teams that was just like had some kind of falter. They were gonna about to get in, but yeah, this is a team that's gonna surprise someone.
Yeah,
can't take very light.
And you are correct, Coach. This is boys and girls that will be facing these same the same matchups.
Yeah, so last year they actually faced each other in the first round, and it was a 5-1 win for Sulphur Springs. So based upon that, I'm gonna go ahead and go for Sulphur.
And Kilgore Bulldogs, 16-3-2, 14-0 against the Hudson Hornets, 7-7-3, but 3-4-2 in district.
Yeah, Kilgore.
Yeah, give me Kilgore. They faced off last year, and it was an 8-1 first round victory for Kilgore.
North Dallas Bulldogs, 17-0-2, 18-2-2, and then 17-0-2 in district. I have that backwards on the thing here.
Yeah.
Against Uplift North Hills, 6-6.
So they played one. They have one additional district. So they're 17-0-2 in district. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I have it backwards.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they faced off in the first round as well. North Dallas 9-0. So I'm going to go with North Dallas Bulldogs. Yeah.
Although it's a new year. Different players.
Yeah. They're in a 10-team district.
Nine goals is tough to make up.
In a year, yeah. It can be done. Can be done, though.
Battle of Panthers. Mob Inc. Panthers versus Frisco Panther Creek Panthers. 11-10 and 7-3, or 9-7, 7-5, with 12 versus 11.
This is a tricky one, just because I think a lot of people have been surprised by what they've seen from Panther Creek this year, given their recent form.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Rafa, what do you think? You tend to have a lot of thoughts on Panther Creek.
Yeah, this might be like I'm not saying a rebuilding year, but maybe a young squad, but still dangerous squad. I think Frisco Panther Creek wins this one. They'll win a close one. I think they'll be like a 2-1, 3-1 kind of little grinded out. But like I said, they've been there last couple of years. I think when you play Salina twice, I think you're pretty much battled. So I'm gonna give them the edge.
Yeah, don't count out Panther Creek based upon their record. Last year they were got to the regional final versus Salina. They actually did face Maybank last year in the first round, and they actually got they got through 2-0. So just based upon that, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Panther Creek again to get past the first round.
Lindale Eagles, 13-5-1, 12-2 versus Paris Wildcats, 13-4-2, 8-2.
Good matchup here. Very good matchup.
Yeah, tough matchup. Oof.
So, given their form, given their pedigree, God, this is tough. I'm going to give very slight edge, and some of this could make the difference, which we don't 100% know on all of these. Right, is location, but give me slight edge, Lindo.
Rafa?
I'm gonna go with Lindale.
All
I think this is a game they can probably go to extra.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lindale as well.
I was trying to put Steve on the hot seat, but didn't Palestine Wildcats 18-5-1. Longview Pine Tree, the Pirates 10-8, 10-4 in district.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Palestine on this one.
Yeah, Palestine. Does that take us through the whole
Mhm.
bracket there? Yeah. The region.
So going back up to the top, only one second place team with the upset, and that would be Mabank losing. Carrollton Ranch View, Wolves 12-4 versus Salina. I'm assuming we're still going with the
Dynasty.
champs.
As Rafa calls the dynasty.
The Dynasty.
This one looks to be a juicy one. Sulphur
Yes,
Springs and Kilgore.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
Get the 1988 coin toss out.
I don't want to go first on this one.
Go ahead.
No, I said I don't want to go first on this
Oh
one.
my God.
So that means he goes last. We're gonna put him on the hot seat.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I'll go ahead and go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sulphur on this one. I'm gonna go Sulphur Springs. They've had a good couple runs the last couple of years. They did face each other 2 years ago. Kilgore actually won that one 3-0. Yeah, I'm gonna go Sulphur Springs this year.
Actually, they face each other on January the 8th.
Oh, this year.
Yep.
They played this year?
Yep, they played this year. They did tie 0-0, but I guess because of shootout, they gave the win. So,
Okay.
To who?
Sulphur Springs.
Sulphur.
Yeah.
Was that in the Sulphur Springs 4A tournament that they had?
Well, they have
that was
for
early
the-
in the year.
They have that
It's
for the
just the
boys.
boys.
Oh,
It's
that was
just
just
the
the
boys.
boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But from the looks of the schedule, it looks like it was at a tournament for a showcase.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I do see it. I missed that. I don't know. I guess I missed.
Yeah, this one's tough to call.
I think Sulphur Springs was this one. I think this is
That's
their
2 for
year.
Sulphur Springs.
I think this is their year. I think they kick that next step.
So he
That's-
says
I'm
that till we
gonna
get to the next round. Then
Rafa,
he's
I'm
like,
gonna ask you
here,
to say
you
it
got the
again
second
next
round.
round.
Their year till the third round.
This is their year. Oh, Salina. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Salina.
This is the year.
It went
All right.
to. I'm assuming it went to PKs,
PKs,
and
yeah.
then was that their tournament?
Oh, okay.
So Rafa, it's their year for this
Is
round.
it for this to win this
The
one? Yeah,
dynasty.
This
yeah.
is
They
the
should call
year.
it the dynasty tournament.
and Salina is listening, so they already heard it's.
No, I'm just saying this is their year for as far as
Hey, regional semifinal. We don't even have to ask Rafa. We already know who we
Yeah,
got.
we already know
We
where.
already
Yeah,
know who we got.
we know, yeah. But this is their year. I think to get that past that, get that second round.
Yeah.
I think they
Next
can do it.
one here. I'm going North Dallas all day on this one.
over
Yeah.
Panther Creek.
Yeah, North Dallas. Yeah.
And then Lindale and Palestine, the Eagles versus the Wildcats.
Like Palestine.
Palestine.
Palestine. Yeah.
Palestine. So we already advanced Salina. We already talked about it. 'Cause it's not technically the year. Maybe
That's
next
a good
year.
match. That's a really good matchup.
It's a good matchup. Don't get me wrong. But yeah.
Both of these.
Both of them. Yeah.
Both of
Those are
these.
both good.
Yeah.
So are we not just advancing Salina?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Salina.
saying both. I'm saying both of these matchups. These
Yeah.
are good.
Tough
These
matchup.
are good regional semifinals here. which they should be, right? And the thing is, this is where I think the travel for their depth, but the recovery time in between, I think this is where we're going to see some. I think we're going to see some great matches.
I think also coaching too. Coaching is gonna, especially the game plan going.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, who wants to go first on this one?
North Dallas and Palestine.
This is sneaky, man. This is sneaky.
17-0 or 18-2-2 versus 18-5-1.
I'm going to go North Dallas. I don't really have any rhyme or reason. I just, well, I mean, they both teams got to the second round last year. North Dallas did lose to Anna, and Palestine did lose to Sulphur Springs. So, but I'm going to go North Dallas.
Yeah, I'll go with North Dallas. I mean, I think their only 2 losses were 2 against 5A. But they did beat Ranch View, so I'm gonna give them a edge.
Yeah, I like give me North Dallas 40, as they say. I'll go. I got them too.
So, Salina Bobcats, North Dallas Bulldogs, 11 versus 10.
Salina, I've seen them up at state last, few years or so, if not more. But yeah, they know what it takes to get up there.
Yeah.
They just have got the pedigree, the culture, and the coach as well, the players. So I'm gonna go Salina.
I think this is the year for North Dallas. So yeah, give me Salina as well. So it's just tough, man. It's just tough until someone's gonna have to pry it from Salina, right?
Yeah.
Just that pride, the pedigree, the culture, and right. Steve hit on all of it, right? Great coaching and Coach Adams, just phenomenal talent. Someone's gonna have to take it, right? So it's kind of with them, it's kind of a prove us wrong kind of thing,
right?
In terms of their.
So,
look at that semifinal.
Yeah, think about the semifinal. You get some time to think about that.
Yep.
For that.
Got some time. Region 3.
All right. Region 3.
The best part about that semifinal is you can plan for that with up to a week, almost a week before the state final.
Yeah. Not the next day.
Yeah.
Oh no, take that back. Yeah.
All right. So Region 3. Oh shoot. No, I didn't update that. Darn it. Lumberton Raiders 16-3-1, 12-0 versus Huffman Hargrave 5-10-2 and 4-4.
Yeah, so last year's Region 3 champion Lumberton. I'm going to go ahead and advance them.
Yeah. So
Houston Fur versus Brookshire Royal Falcons 7-3, 10-8, 9-5. Like I said, 19 hasn't certified. Let me just make sure they haven't certified here recently. Yeah, still hasn't certified. Records are Max Prep records. So,
Rafa, you want to lead us on this one with Royal?
Yeah, I think Royal wins this. I think District 20 is a little bit more stacked than District 19, because District 19 is your Houston. Yeah. They're not for 4A. They're not really known for, as far as girls side, because on the boys side you have Scarborough. They have a good team. I think District 20's got some good. You have Sealy, you have Navasota. I'm gonna go with Royal, and also for Royal Barbecue. So
that's right. That's right, all the way. Got to go with the Royal. No, so District 19 and 20 last year when they played against each other, they went 2-2. So it's fairly even. Neither of those districts advanced to the second round last year. I'm sorry, the third round, I should say. But yeah, I'm gonna go Royal based off of the name.
Moving on, Needville Blue Jays 13-7-1, 9-4-1 versus Port Lavaca Calhoun, the Sand Crabs. I do like their logo as well.
Yeah.
10-11-2, 6-6-2 for that here.
I think Needville.
Yeah, Needville's been kind of on the radar for Region 3. So they advanced pretty deep last year. I'm going to go Needville.
Yeah.
China Spring Cougars versus the Taylor Ducks. 11-7-2, 8-4, 16-6, 12-3.
The best beef rib in Texas is going to be in Taylor. So Louis Miller, definitely highly recommend. That being said, this is actually a really good matchup for first round.
This is sneaky good.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the crazy part: the Taylor's actually playing a district game tomorrow against Maynard New.
Against who?
Maynard New Tech.
Maynard New Tech.
But yeah, the losses that they've had has really been through. They actually split with Giddings, so that says something because Giddings has had a good squad the last few years.
Yeah.
The other losses have been through Salado, and you know what Salado's done. But I got to see it firsthand that bus all that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this one a little edge to Taylor. I think there might be a little.
Now this is this is a district game they're playing tomorrow, not a tune-up, not a warm-up game, nothing like that.
No, this is a district game. They're playing Maynard New Tech.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
A little weird.
Yeah, I like Taylor, and I'm gonna go with because now I'm starting to get hungry. I think this is our fourth barbecue ref already, and we're 45 minutes in. Yeah, I like Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor.
I hear your mic.
You're on mute.
Had to cough. Livingston Lions 8-5-5, 6-2. Vital Pirates 19-3-1, 10-2. And I did make it 45 minutes before I spoke on mute. That's a record.
I'm gonna go Viter. They actually got to the regional final last year versus Lumberton. So I'm gonna go with the Pirates or Lady Pirates to advance to the first round against Livingston.
Yeah.
Steely Tigers, Houston Northside Panthers. Steely 21-3, 14-0. Northside 12-5-1, 11-5.
Fighting was it Eric Dickerson from there? Sealy?
Yes, Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a Sealy fan.
Yeah.
Sealy Tigers.
Yeah, we'll go see.
Bay City Black Cats, 18-2-4, 13-0-1, and Freeport Brazo Sport.
I found this on the web for Black Cats 8.
Oops.
Okay. Like Siri, shut up.
Siri's going for Black Cats. I think I'm going to go with
There
Black
we
Cats.
go. There we go.
No, she knows something we don't.
They have some of the best memes, like I said, for their promotion.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
So my folks at Bay City, the only question I have is what is going on? Social media all of a sudden has been a little bit dormant, a little quiet when you guys are the absolute best. All right. So I don't know if somebody took over. Did they have a takeover there or what happened? But we definitely need you guys to come back, bring back that social media of old, because you guys are the best, one of the best at that. But yeah, I like a very quiet 18-2-4. I feel in Bay City. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Siri and go with Bay City.
And then Salado Eagles, Waco, La Vega Pirates.
Yeah,
I'm assuming we're going Salado.
Rafa?
Yep.
Yeah, this will probably be
This is the Blitzkrieg, right?
the bus off.
The mercy rule. All right, so then we're back to the area round. Lumberton versus the Barbecue Kings. Well, I take that back. One of the top barbecue queens for that here, because I think Steve mentioned that their first place is already been announced here. Lumberton Raiders versus the Falcons, the Royal Falcons.
I'm gonna go Lumberton on this. I love how they play, love what they're about. They're fun group, great culture, well coached, and they're going to be a tough out. very much a tough out.
Lumberton.
Needville Blue Jays and Taylor Ducks. 13-7-1 versus 16-6.
I'm going to go with the Ducks to get to the third round here.
You feeling the Ducks, Steve?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad we could have had an all barbecue regional semifinal here.
Oh, man.
What do you think, Rafa?
Yeah, I'm going with Taylor. I think Taylor just plays.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they've had a better season. I guess no knock on Needville, but Taylor more. I think they face more adversity during this.
Look at this matchup.
Vitter Pirates and Sealy Tigers. This one we had actually 3 runner-ups advance out of the first round. Taylor's advanced to this regional semis. Does Vitter join them, or does Sealy continue on?
Man, this one's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Coin flip.
Could you make the argument? Could you make the argument of Vider's district, right?
So I'll give you this. So today, Sealy and Bay City played in a Bournemouth game. They tied 1-1. The only losses for Sealy has been Canyon Lake. They lost 5-0. They did tie Lavernia 1-1, but they lost K's. And then they had a non-varsity opponent. No name. They lost. But district-wise, they've dominated, except for one little hiccup, which was our last game against Belleville, which I think they won, but then I think they ended up winning it. So it's going to be a tough one, but I think because by what Vider did last year, they have that experience.
And not to interrupt you, but Vider did beat Sealy last year in the second round, 4-2. So
it'll be a tougher matchup this time around, but it's to also give the edge to Vider.
I think Vider, in terms of just because of their battle tested, their district, I think, and I don't know, just a 5-0 loss. It seems a little weird in terms of Canyon Lake, and no disrespect to Canyon Lake because they're solid and in a very tough district in their own right. But yeah, I like Vider on this.
I would have went Sealy.
That's what
hold out here.
You're going with Dickerson. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. Bay City Black Cats versus Salado Eagles. Are we going with the buzzsaw?
Oof.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Salado.
Remember they faced each other a couple of years ago for a regional final. That was a heck of a game. But so what like I said, I got to see Salado in person. They're deep. They're stacked.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great match to watch.
This is one of those, area matches across the state. I mean, not just, for 4A, boys and girls, where it's tough to decipher who's going to, advance out of this. That being said, I'm going to go Salado, with the buzzsaw.
Yeah.
So Lumberton, do they end the Ducks in the regional semis?
Yes.
Or does the Ducks get past the Raiders?
I'm going to go Lumberton on this one.
Yeah, Lumberton.
And Salado gets by the Pirates, or you thinking the Pirates slaying the Eagles?
I'm going to go Salado here.
It's going to be a game that they're going to have to really earn. They're going to get tested, but I think Salado just has more.
Yeah. I feel here's something to think about, though, is that slate, right? If this plays out, if this comes to fruition just like this, that is one heck of a slate there for Salado to go through from Bay City, Vider, and then potentially Lumberton. If this, like I said, if this plays out, that's going to be tough. Can they withstand
battle tested?
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's others complaining about the matchups, this and that, but this is where you earn. These games are where you earn them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you earn your name here.
But part of the reason why I mentioned that, right? Because like I said, if this plays out, no disrespect to whether it be Huffman Hargrave, Royal, or Taylor, but where will they both arrive in this regional final, right? Where will they be in terms of both Lumberton and Salado? Because
So we're going with Salado.
yeah.
So everybody has praised both of these teams, Lumberton, Salado. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Salado. The Lumberton has won 3 in a row, this region 3 times. I don't think that it'll be a fourth for them. And actually, the previous winner before them was actually Salado. So I'm going to pick Salado to get back on top of Region 3.
There is something to be said in terms of just amount of experience and continuity here recently, in recent memory for Lumberton. They're very familiar with this.
So are you going Lumberton?
I'll leave it to Rafa. See what Rafa says first.
So he went. Oh. So it sounds like you're the tiebreaker, Rafa, even though Coach isn't going out yet.
No, because he might make the decision.
Make some good points.
Yeah.
You know,
and he's seen Salado play.
Yeah, I think this also may depend where they play at, as far as I'm trying to wonder where this game played. Would it be in Waco, or would it be College Station or somewhere in Conroe? Who's gonna be out from the first two? I guess it's the first 3 games. Who's gonna have the less injuries? Who's gonna be more fresh? Especially here in this goal, mercy ruling teams is probably what you want to do, because that way you can get your rest and then avoid injuries. But like I said, just my gut feeling. I noticed to Lumberton, they got a great program. I think this is a year. I think Salado.
College Station would be kind of in the middle between. Looking at the map here, if it's going to be at a neutral site. Do we know if these are at a neutral site for the regional finals?
They would probably have to be, or unless they're really.
It's either that or home and home flip. That's all. Those are the options. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give the edge to Salado. I think this is the year they get.
If you're and I'll ask you this, Coach, because you may be in this position. If is the risk worth hosting if you have a deep team like Rafa says with Salado? Is it worth flipping to get the game at home? Mm-hmm. Knowing, hey, if I have to travel, we have the depth to be able to do that.
Yeah.
To be able to gain that advantage of being at home, is that something, and I don't know if that's done at your level, at the coach level, or if that's maybe at the AD level. Yeah. Just kind of thoughts on how that thinking would go into, because you're right, where this match is played could be real, and this doesn't go for this match here, but any of the regional finals could be a huge decider on who wins.
I'll say this. My personal take on this, how these teams have played this year, just talking about this year, with this year's squads, I believe that Salado can kind of take that bigger risk maybe than Lumberton, right? But I come back to, I don't know, if like I said, if this bracket plays out, if it comes to fruition just like this, you look at the slate of Lumberton arriving to the regional final versus Salado arriving to the regional final. What do they have left, right? Because the battle of attrition and the depth and everything that we've talked about, this is probably where it plays the biggest factor, is in this classification in 4A. So to answer your question, Harry, I think from that perspective, I think it comes down to a coach knowing their squad. And I mean, my personal take is, at the end of the day, we just want to play, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, does it, you don't want to be overly set up for failure or, a disadvantage, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we got to play, and I'm speaking from experience in last year, having in my squad, having to go to Liberty Hill, play at Liberty Hill versus Liberty Hill. And we probably played our best game of the year in a losing effort, right?
Here's another question, and just for me, referees, is that they're not the local referees, right? No. Typically it'll be somebody from around the state that will be assigned to too there. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well.
And sometimes, correct, you're absolutely right. And sometimes that is kind of the added benefit of when you play a neutral. Like, let's say they play, what did you say, College Station, right?
Station,
yeah, that's in the middle. Yeah.
If
Probably
they
that
played this in
chapter.
College Station, they could probably pull from the local College Station chapter. Just depends.
So decision time. Who we rolling with?
Oh, I thought we were going Salado.
Oh, Slater. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So let's move back over to here. So the final one here. Region 4, Burnett Bulldogs 22-1, 17-0-1 versus Fredericksburg Billies 9-7-3, 3-6-1 out of the tough there. I'm assuming we're going with Burnett.
Yes, Burnett.
This is an interesting one just because I think Burnett's definitely strong. They have been, right? Well coached. They've been building for this, right? So this is no fluke by any means. Fredericksburg is a team that I just can't quite figure out like what happened down the stretch, So is it kind of, do they regroup? Because this is a team I saw up close. Or do they kind of limp into the playoffs here? It would not shock me, though, if Fredericksburg takes Burnett to the limit, right? If that Fredericksburg that I saw, right, comes to play and shows up. But these are also two teams that are very familiar with each other, right? Hill Country soccer. But I think it's too hard to ignore the momentum that Burnett has right now. Give me Burnett.
Moving on, Lavernia, the Lady Bears 21-1, 14-0. Somerset 5-15, 4-7 out of 28.
I got to see them firsthand. They're very well coached. I think they're headed.
You're talking about Lavernia?
Yeah.
Cal Allen and Hidalgo, the Wildcats versus the Pirates. 14-8-1, 14-2, 10-7 versus 10-4.
So this will be their first non-district win. I'm going to go with Cal Allen.
Nothing gets past Steve. Yeah.
That would be the same for Hidalgo, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
get ready for all the no wins outside of it here. Weslaco, Idea Pike, the Mavericks versus Port Isabel Tarpons.
I think Rafa's got the most intel on this group here.
I mean, these Weslaco, not saying Weslaco, these idea schools that just kind of taking a lot of the talent away from some of the bigger schools. This game, I can see this game. It's going to be an even game, but I have a feeling Port Isabel's going to win this one.
So when we would go on vacation when we were younger, we'd always actually stay in Port Isabel. So I'm going to go with Port Isabel over Weslaco. But not only that, Port Isabel did advance to the second round last year for the ladies. So, yeah, Port Isabel, Tarpons.
Kamal Davenport, the Wolves. I don't know why I don't have the last name on there. And Austin Northeast Early College Raiders 10-6-1, 16-2-1, 8-2 for that here.
This is Davenport's year. That being said, I mean, this is a good first round by district match. Yeah, for them in the first round. So anytime you're facing an Austin school, it's going to be tough for San Antonio schools. But I'm going to go Davenport.
Yeah, that is a tough little district that Austin Northeast is coming out of. Very underrated. It's Davenport seems like I don't know what else to call it. Maybe just kind of fizzled a little bit towards the end, and then it looks like they regrouped at the very end there. But obviously in a tough district, very tough 4A district. But yeah, I think Davenport for sure.
Uvalde and Gonzales, 10-7-1, 10-2 versus the Lady Apaches, 15-4-2 and 11-2. And this one I think is being played at Medina Valley, right, Rafa?
Mm,
Oh, okay.
and, hold on. I think that's
And at first glance at Uvalde's logo, I saw Jason Voorhees mask.
I think
Like,
that game
is that the right logo?
That
Well, it was one that
Jason
popped up.
Voorhees.
No, so all I have is the boys. The boys
Oh, the
game.
boys. Okay.
Yeah. So
That was not on my bracketology bingo card here. Write that one down.
Friday the 13th.
I was prepared for the barbecue, not Jason Voorhees. All right.
this is a tricky game for Uvalde because I don't think they can take the Lady Packers on. Can't underestimate them. They've really have kind of had some stride, this year.
Yeah.
I think last year they missed out on the playoffs, but this year they've really, and they've played. And here's a surprising thing for non-district. They actually tied Bay City 1.
You talking about Gonzalez? You talking about
Yes.
Gonzalez, right? Yeah.
And the two losses, I guess was against Liburnia. Liburnia was kind of the class of that. But as far as with the other teams, they pretty much took care of business. I think this could be your little bracket buster here. I'm gonna give the edge here to Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what Steve's doing there with the whole run, or the run that we've had on El Cucuy and trying to sneak in a Jason Voorhees reference there. But no, go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna kind of go along the same lines and say Gonzalez like Rafa did, and I know the boys coach was y'all interviewed the boys coach last week, and bringing up that the youth program is not just for the boys. I'm sure it's for the girls as well. So doing some good stuff over there and between SanAntonio and Houston. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Gonzalez.
So that game's gonna be played at Blossom.
Oh, Blossom.
Oh wow.
On Thursday at 7 p.m.
This one?
Yep.
Really? Back west or back east?
No, but it says here Blossom on Max Preps.
Yeah, I can find out more on that.
It's on Thursday, you said?
Yeah, Thursday.
Does it list the time, Rafa?
It says 7 p.m.
It's got to be back east then, because Mac is playing Burbank.
Yeah, I was going to say on west
at 7.
Yeah.
So moving on, Far Valley View, the Lady Tigers, Beeville Jones, the Lady Trojans.
Let's see here. I'm going to go with Jones, Beeville Jones. Just historically, they usually make a run to at least the third round of the playoffs.
First year coach. So kind of curious, a little harder to gauge what's coming out of Far with Valley View.
How far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Beeville.
Yeah.
I think when you play Corpus Christi, London, and Callan in your district,
yeah,
compared to what Valley View would see.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And then the final one, Brownsville Idea Riverview Rockets, and they have the best idea logo. Raymondville Bearcats. I like Raymondville because my middle name's Raymond. So interesting selections here, but I'm assuming Riverview's the pick here.
Well, they got the Houston Rockets logo, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, Harry, you're dead to me, complimenting the Houston Rockets logo.
Matt would probably like that. He'd be picking the Rockets.
Yeah. So, Rafa, this involves another idea team out of Brownsville.
Out of Brownsville. Never go against Brownsville.
Yeah, I'll go with
number one. All right, and that's it for that one. So down at the bottom of the bracket, Burnett, Bulldogs, Lavernia, 22-1 versus 21-1, so 41 wins and 3 losses.
Man, that's gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Burnett.
I like Burnett, man. I like Burnett. Yeah.
This will be a close game. Hopefully, maybe they'll play that game there. Maybe they're at Boston or at Homelander. Hopefully, but that's gonna be an excellent. I give it
Cal Allen and Port Isabel.
Allen.
Cal Allen.
Davenport and Gonzales.
Davenport.
Beeville Jones and Riverview.
Jones. Sorry,
Jones?
Matt. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jones. Yeah.
Jones. All right. So then that sets up Burnett and Cal Allen.
That's a test for Burnett because Callan's been the team. You know, I know there's a little down here for them, but still, it's a tough matchup. I have a feeling that game's going to be played in
San Antonio.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Burnett.
I agree. I think this is they make that big plunge forward. I think, yeah.
And down here, I'm gonna go Davenport.
Davenport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Davenport is matching up well in this region here.
But in the final,
Oof.
Davenport and Burnett.
I think
I'm going Davenport.
Okay.
because if you can see how with Burnett, they're gonna have to play with 2 really good teams, and we don't know how much gas they're gonna be left with.
Yeah, I mean, either way, Burnett, if that comes to fruition, Burnett's got to be extremely proud.
So which side do you want to do first? Region 3, Region 4, Salado and Davenport, or Region 1 and Region 2, Life Waxahachie and the Dynasty?
Well, it's probably worth the reminder here, Harry. So to all our listeners, again, it's a reminder they do no longer shuffle and re-scramble and reseed when we get to this point, when we get to the state semifinal like they used to in the past. Now it is cut and dry. It's Region 1 faces Region 2, and Region 3 faces Region 4 in the state semifinals. So,
And that's for next year as well.
yeah. I think we just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4. There.
Yeah.
All right. So Life Waxahachie and Salina. Which one is going to the championship?
I mean,
Can Life pry it from Salina's hands? I say no.
I go with the Dynasty.
the Dynasty. They don't have that name for no reason.
And then the Blitzkrieg
Salado
versus the team
and
of destiny, maybe? I don't know. Versus the Blitzkrieg.
Salado. For
This
me,
is a tricky.
it
For
is.
me,
Yeah.
this is a tricky game. Salado's, like I said, they've buzzed off to their district, but Davenport's had some adversity, especially against Wimberley, Lake. Does that, playing in I'll say in a weak district, but a not very critical district, catch ups to them in this game? Because they haven't been in a close game at all, and since probably early January, Davenport has. They've been pushed to the limit. They've been, they lost to Wimberley. So I'm gonna give the edge on this one to Davenport.
And keep in mind what I was saying earlier about Salado arriving, if that path comes to fruition, just to get to the regional final versus Lumberton, right? Keep in mind that path arriving to the state semifinal versus Davenport, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Davenport matches up extremely well coming through that region. I like Davenport, man.
So then Salina and Davenport for the state championship. Are we putting another star?
Yeah.
I think so. I think, and if you ask Coach Adams over at Salina, this matchup in the state final would not surprise him at all. I know he's I know he's very familiar with just the momentum and what's been happening there at Davenport. So I think does it make for a great match? I think now just a question of how long can just Davenport remain. They're going to obviously compete, but the longer they can just hang around, right? I think the more interesting this game gets.
Kind of like what Bernie did a few years ago. They
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
they would have to play a complete game and also get a lead on early just to kind of shake things up a bit and be able to kind of put some little doubt in Salina. But
Yeah, so it was last year that Bernie, faced Salina in the final, and it's just a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
From what I recall in the final. So and Bernie came from the same district. They were in the same district as Davenport last year. Of course, Bernie moved up to 5A. But
And that's part of what we were asking at the start of this season, right? Could this be the year that Davenport really breaks through with Bernie no longer in that district? And obviously it played out a little differently with Wimberley, but still, I mean, yeah, I think, but tough to go against Salina. Just their depth, their talent, and their depth I think that's what really distinguishes them at the 4A level.
Agreed.
So just to give kind of food for thought. First bracket took about an hour and 15 minutes. We still got 3 more to do. So,
all righty.
Well, about 25 of that, about 25 minutes of that was barbecue talk. So keep that in our defense.
And I'm not trying to curtail it. Just like I said, I know we all got to work tomorrow for that here.
And we got 2 more nights of this.
And what?
Saying we got 2 more nights of this.
2 more nights of this, yes. I get to turn around, tear it down, and rebuild it back up tomorrow. For that here. San Eli, 19-2-2, 18-0. Midland Greenwood Rangers, also impressive, 15-5-2, 14-1-1. So a nice, easy opening round match for San Eli.
Yeah, give me San Eli.
So Greenwood actually got to the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, but they did lose to San Eli in the 3rd round. San Eli knocked them out 3-1. So yeah, give me San Eli.
Yeah, I will say this: shout out to all our live listeners. We're coming up. We got over 1,000 live listeners on all of our platforms. So thank you. Make sure you chime in.
And Salina Lady Bobcats, thank you. Hang in there, boys. Keep fighting the good fight. It's hard work. Keeping Rafa and Steve and Coach Cano in line. Canyon Randall Raiders and the Bridgeport Bulls, well, sissies for here, but
I'm gonna go Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah. Lady Raiders, I should say.
Little River Academy Bumblebees versus Venus Bulldogs. That's a pretty impressive Bumblebee, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Venus. They've been a very interesting team. I've seen them pop out on X. They've had some really tight games playing, but they've also won some big games too. I think this will be one bracket bust.
So Venus actually lost to the Honeybees last year, Stephenville, but I'm gonna agree with Rafa. They're gonna get past the Bumblebees this year.
Fort Worth Benbrook, the Bobcats versus the Lake Worth Bullfrogs.
I'm gonna go with Benbrook.
Benbrook.
Told you I was speeding you up.
Yeah.
Lubbock Cooper Liberty, the Patriots versus El Paso Harmony Science Academy Tigers.
Liberty.
Cooper, yeah.
Graham Steers versus Borger Bulldogs.
Borger.
And Godly Wildcats versus Gatesville Hornets.
Godly.
And then at the bottom, River Oaks Castleberry versus Fort Worth Western Hill Cougars.
Ooh.
Western Hills will get their first win in non-district play.
Yeah.
I think Western Hills will win this one.
Yeah, forward. Mm-hmm. Same.
So then we get to here. San Eli versus Canyon Randall Raiders.
Yeah, Randall's been the talk over there in the handle.
I'm gonna go San Eli.
Ooh,
So, Coach, you get a.
damn you, Steve. Yeah, this is tough.
Because San Eli, they got all the way to the regional semifinal last year.
Yeah.
You know,
But this Randall team is for real.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm going to go. Yeah, my heart wants to say San Eli, but I think I'm going to go Randall. Yeah.
Randall, Lady Raiders. There you go.
Wow. San Eli not making it past the second round.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to El Paso. You're San Antonio now.
Still, Pepe,
Venus and Fort Worth, Benbrook.
Don't worry, your Real Madrid will take it out after on Arsenal here soon.
Evening, Ray.
I think Venus wins this one.
I'm gonna go Benbrook.
What did Rafa say? I didn't hear what he said.
He said Venus.
Yeah, give me Benbrook.
Cooper Liberty, the Patriots versus the Borger Bulldogs.
Liberty. Cooper. Yeah.
Cooper
Liberty.
Western Hill Cougars versus Godly Wildcats.
Godly.
Yeah, Godly. Godly's a team that has been a program, right? That has been another program that is what I think maybe 4 years old. Maybe I saw them 3 years ago, and how far they've come is amazing. So yeah.
Randall and Benbrook.
Randall.
Cooper Liberty or Godly?
Lubbock Cooper.
Ooh.
It'll be a tough one, but Liberty. Ooh, we have an all Panhandle regional final.
Yellow.
You think? Oof. I don't know, Mike. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully that's right. I don't know.
Are you wanting to go back and adjust your San Eli pick? Is that what you're?
No, I'm talking about Godly. I'm going back and forth on that. Yeah.
Well, there's two, so you're already outvoted on that one.
I feel like this sets up almost like too good to be true, but in Randall and Liberty, but it'd be good to see though. It'd be fun to watch. Let's see.
Who we advance into state?
I'm going Randall here.
Yeah, Randall. Okay. Has a Panhandle team advanced to state before?
On the girls' side, yeah, I want to say so.
Yeah.
Amarillo.
Hasn't been recent though.
Oh,
Dallas Life Oak Cliff Lions and Dallas Carter.
Oh. Talking about 1988. Jeez. Life Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Aubrey, the Chaparrals versus the Cato Mills Foxes.
The UTSAs.
Good little matchup here.
I'll go with Aubrey.
I'm gonna go slight edge Aubrey. Yeah.
Yeah, Aubrey.
Texarkana Pleasant Grove Hawks and the Athena Hornets.
Athens.
Or Athens, pardon me.
Yeah. I'm going to go Athens.
Yeah. Tough to go. Limited info here, but yeah.
Longville Spring Hill versus either Palestine Westwood Panthers or Crockett Bulldogs. undecided, and I couldn't figure. I'm assuming we're just advancing Longview, but I did put both teams on there because I could not make a determination.
It's like a play-in game for
Yeah, it's our first four.
like Texas and Xavier or Bubba Cunningham's North Carolina.
Hey, that's they're gonna start doing that in the next realignment and have the playing game to get into the
Oh my
playoff.
gosh.
So can I pick two of these three here? Can I go Longview and Westwood?
A little 2-for-1.
Yeah, why not?
Surf and
Yeah,
turf.
Longview.
Hey, the play-in for I wouldn't have minded a play-in for this year for Jay because I think we were turning it on, but they didn't make it. So Dallas Pinkston and to me the coolest name, Duncanville Village Tech Viper Squid. Say that 100 times.
That is pretty cool.
Viper Squid, yeah.
Man, I want to pick them just for their name.
I know.
Never better name than the Red Crown.
No,
The Lady Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
Yeah.
Viper Squid.
Sunnyvale Lady Raiders and the Gainesville Leopards.
Sunnyvale.
Real original logos here. Let's see. Sunnyvale, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Harry said, "Yeah, you'll take this and like it."
I can hit the back button if we need to. Bullard and Paris North Lamar Panthers.
Bullard.
So Panthers versus Panthers.
Bullard.
Cool logo, too.
And then Madisonville Mustangs and the Henderson Lady Lions.
Mustangs.
I'm in Madison.
Rich, they were playing Palestine right
Last night, yeah.
tonight.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Or not, no.
You know, some of these
I
teams.
guess-
Go ahead, Rafa. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say they're playing tonight for the district.
Some of these schools, you know, we've been seeing their district, just how they're doing in their district and their district record for so long that I forget what their overall records are. You know, pretty impressive.
So moving out to the knockout stage where we pick without the pretty graphics. Dallas Life Oak Cliff versus Aubrey Chaparrals.
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
When in doubt, go with the team, the female name. Those are always good. Anna, Salina, Aubrey.
There you go.
Athens or Spring Hill Panthers?
Mm.
Spring Hill.
Are we throwing out that rule already? The Lady Vikings or the Lady Raiders? Sunnyvale versus Dallas Pinkston. 10 versus 12.
Ooh.
This bottom side is brutal.
Sunnyvale's, they're not too far from, I know they're not too far from Mesquite. Mesquite usually has pretty good, talent over there.
They've been a team on the rise.
Yeah,
And
Sunnyvale.
I'll give you a little of one of the non-district games they had. So they did play Life Waxahachie. They lost to them.
What was the
What'd they
score?
lose by?
Huh?
What was the
What'd they
score?
lose by?
2-1.
2-1. I'm gonna go Sunnyvale.
And then they had they did lose to Nevada Community, but that was like 1-0 loss.
Mm.
But they did sweep Cattle Mills twice. I'll go
Sunnyvale?
with,
Just slight edge, yeah, Sunnyvale.
So another impressive matchup. Bullard Panthers 17-1, Madisonville Mustangs 22-2. So what, 39-3 between those two teams?
Could Madisonville be the new Life Waxahachie?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I was actually just thinking something like that, kind of that on the rise, that team that breaks through with just an incredible record, incredible result. Tough to gauge the district, but
So they had their lot. One of their losses was a 3-0 loss to Davenport.
I'm gonna go Bullard. I think Bullard has been, they had a good run last year, whereas Madisonville did not get past Henderson. They lost 7-0 in the first round last year. So just based upon that, I think just due to the fact that Bullard has, advanced pretty.
Been there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Bullard for me.
They actually have they're actually playing Henderson
Tomorrow?
on the 21st, Madison.
Oh,
Yeah, there. Yeah, that's the one that first round. Yeah, I'll go with I think it's Madisonville. I think that's the
So, Coach, you going Bullard or you going Madisonville? 'Cause,
I think just a slight edge. My gut just tells me Bullard a little bit more with what we know, their pedigree, their history. Probably a little bit easier to trust, but you never know. But yeah, I'll go Bullard.
so Aubrey or Spring Hill Panthers?
Aubrey.
Sunnyvale versus Bullard.
This would be a good matchup.
Probably.
I think go Sunnyvale here.
What'd you say, Rafa?
Bullard.
Oh,
If they get by
Madisonville.
yeah, that's an impressive one.
yeah, I'm gonna go Bullard.
Oh, wow. So then that sets up Aubrey and Bullard with the right to face Randall at stake.
I'm gonna go Bullard again.
Yeah, I think Bullard.
That's two. Rafa, you thinking the same or are you thinking Aubrey?
I'm actually thinking Aubrey.
So
Really?
2-1.
I think Aubrey, like I said, they do have a win over Panther Creek. They beat a couple good Dallas area teams like Everman, Nebraska. For me, I think it's Aubrey. I think Aubrey's played a little bit better team.
Jesus, 5A will be tomorrow, probably kicking off between 8 and 8:15ish, depending on coach's availability.
Yeah, always blaming it on the coach. Let's see. All right. So are we? That was what region?
Region
two.
Two.
Region three.
Yeah.
We'll go Sour Lake here.
Sour Lake,
Yeah.
Scarborough, or New Waverly?
Scarborough.
West Columbia Roughnecks over Hallettsville Brahmas, or versus Hallettsville Brahmas, not over. I guess I should say.
Go with the Lady Roughnecks.
I'm going Brahmas just on principle.
Oh, Hallettsville. That's right. And
Coach has it in his contract.
That's right.
He's from right.
Go with the Roughnecks. The Lady Roughnecks.
Manor Tech against Lenora Leopards.
Lorena.
It's a cool logo too, with the Lorenos spelled in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Although I like Manor Techs as well. Hampshire Finette Longhorns and Silsby Tigers. While you're thinking, I hope Coach noticed that this year all the logos are nice and clean as opposed to last year where it wasn't as clean. So
I did notice.
some of the
Well
backgrounds.
done.
So
Well done, Harry. Well done.
I did take your feedback last year and apply it.
No, it looks sharp. And I know, and while you're on that subject, right? It's guys, we give it up to Harry just because this thing, it takes a lot, right? Just from the configuring of districts, matchups, making sure that they're correct, the right regions, and then we're adding the logos and all of that. So job well done, Harry. Job well done.
They did face each other on January the 17th. And Hampshire did win 2-0. So I'll go with the Lady Longhorns.
Yeah, I'm Sheriff in it.
Well, we know
That's right.
Coach is going with Beeville. Is anybody picking North Forest?
Belleville.
Or Belleville.
Belleville.
We already picked Beeville.
Belleville.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, I'll do Belleville as well.
Well, there's already two with Rafa.
Oh, there you go.
El Campo and Sweeney, the Bulldogs.
The Rice Birds.
The Lady Rice. Yeah. That's an impressive record for them.
It is.
It's an impressive mascot.
I like El Campo.
El Campo.
I do need to look up. I do need to look up what a rice bird looks like.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing as was it the Red Crowns down in the RGV land?
It might be. I'm gonna look it up.
Giddings versus Robinson Rockets. I know Giddings has already been mentioned before. So I'm assuming we're going with the Buffaloes.
And Giddings is where Tootsie Tominets is from, the pit master from Snow's Barbecue. I believe she's 85, 86 now. And
nice.
still running the pits on Saturday mornings over in Lexington. Although I think she works at the school district over there in Giddings. Good documentary on her in Netflix.
Nice.
And Netflix, if you want to sponsor us, hey, we'll accept it.
Did I throw that in?
Southwest.
You could probably
South
watch
Lake
a Friday the 13th movie on there too.
You can probably watch several of them.
Well, hey, we need to get sponsored by a barbecue joint at minimum. Good Lord, we're dropping them left and right.
So this is. I'm sorry, I'm going to call a foul. Steve put his 78 soccer training on there when he should have put his barbecue business on there with as much barbecue as we're talking tonight.
Should have put Royal Barbecue on there. Yeah, follow me Instagram Royal Barbecue.
So Sour Lake, Hardin Jefferson versus Houston Scarborough.
Scarborough.
I like Scarborough. Yeah, Scarborough.
Yeah, Scarborough.
West Columbia, Columbia Roughnecks, and Lorena Leopards.
I'm gonna go with Lorena.
Yeah,
They had a deep run last year.
How far was that run last year, Steve?
Yeah, so they got to the third round and they lost to Giddings in the third round, actually.
Quarterfinal. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we know Coach's pick's already in. So
That's right.
Rafa,
Belleville, yeah, it'll be Belleville.
Yeah, Bramus.
And then Rice Birds or Buffaloes?
Ooh. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Buffaloes. Giddings, like I mentioned earlier, got to the regional semifinal where they got eliminated by Viter. So I'm gonna go Giddings.
Oh, man. I like El Campo. On this.
El Campo, okay, two of their losses. One was a 3-0 loss to Davenport, 0 loss. Then they lost to.
What was that second one, Rafa?
The first loss was against Davenport. They lost 3-0. Then they lost to Belleville 1-0, and then the final loss. They haven't lost since January the 21st. That was against Base. But they actually tied on. I think this might be a team to really kind of keep an eye on. See how could probably be a surprise. I'm gonna go with El Campo. I think they end.
That's 2 for El Campo. Coach, you went El Campo as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then that sets up Scarborough versus Lorena.
Lorena.
Yeah, I agree.
They've had really good deep runs the last 2 years, and they've been knocking on the door.
We still rolling with Rice Birds, or are we rolling with Brahmas?
Go to the Rice Birds.
Rice Birds.
So then it shapes up Lorena Leopards 14-3, 12-0. El Campo Ricebirds 23-1, 12-1 and 1.
I'm going to say the leopard catches the rice bird. Lorena.
I'll run all the way to state. This is an interesting region, huh? Very interesting. I think you can make the argument this region is wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is.
I'll go with Lorena.
So that's 2 for the Leopards.
Yeah.
And then the final bracket for the ladies here that we got to go through. Georgetown Gateway the Gators versus Como Canyon Como Canyon Lake Hawks.
What a great first round matchup.
What a great logo. Gateway. That's sharp.
I feel like that's new. Is that new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Gateway here. Although Canyon Lake has kind of been knocking on that door. So, but yeah, I'm going to go with Gateway. It looks like they've had a pretty incredible season so far. So,
yeah.
And Georgetown, we know, historically that the on the ladies' side they put some good athletes out. So I'm going to go Georgetown Gateway.
The one thing about Canyon Lake, I feel that gives them, such a great shot is, I get it, 11 players on the field and depth and strength of schedule and everything, but one, they're tested in a very tough 4A district, but 2, they have in Savannah Oberholzer, they have a player that is just a lethal difference maker, right? Just every time she touches the ball. I don't know. I don't think they faced each other in the last couple of years. I want to say yes, but
Here's the thing with the Canyon Lake: 2 ties versus Wimberley.
correct.
So for me, this is a bracket buster. Canyon Lake. It's not.
Oh,
I like. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like. Yeah, it's tough, but I think it's gonna be a great first rounder. But I like Canyon Lake.
Yeah.
ooh. Color me shocked. Luling versus Floresville. 2 good area teams locally.
Well, congrats to Luling, first year program making the playoff.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give the edge. So.
Here's your flowers. Now see you later.
Congrats. Exit stage left. Yeah.
So Luling, home of the City Market barbecue. And that being said, my niece played against Flowtown Kicks, so the club team from Floresville this past weekend, and they had some pretty good little players out there. So I'm gonna go Floresville.
I thought you were gonna say home of the world's largest Buc-ee's, right? Because isn't that now the world's largest?
Oh.
Or yeah.
In Floresville?
No,
Luling.
Went out in the
Oh,
Luling
Luling.
area.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I gotta go barbecue
I actually prefer Luling barbecue better than.
over City Market.
Mm.
Okay, nice.
Let's not start a fight here. London versus Far Vanguard Academy Rembrandt Spartans. So say that.
London Pirates.
This is
Now,
going to be
group.
This is going to be
Go
the battle. This is going to be the battle of Thermopylae right here.
Yeah. This is the group right here that's going to Harry. If you can go back real quick.
Oh, sorry.
The London here. This is a group I think that's gonna do some serious
Go.
damage in this bracket.
Yeah, nothing against Far Vanguard, but I think this is a team, London, that's just been knocking on that door.
Edinburgh Idea College Prep Eagles versus Brownsville Idea Robindale the Aviators. I do like the Aviators logo. The pilot wings going through.
Yeah.
So
Ray, our local RGV Valley guy here, is saying Idea Edinburgh.
Yeah, Eagles. They're both in the sky, but we're gonna go with the Eagles.
Wimberley and Lago Vista. This one's a juicy one here.
Wow.
Interesting first rounder here.
Dang.
Now this would be the bracket buster, Rafa. This would be, I think, the bracket buster.
They got to be careful with Lago Vista.
Yeah.
I think this is what their third year.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is
Love their
Established
logo.
2022. Yeah.
how many times has this team, the name of this team come up on our
Mhm.
episodes of Inside Texas High School Soccer, Rafa? It seems like in our first 7 episodes, somehow they were brought up probably 3 or 4 different times by different coaches too.
Mhm.
I mean, I called my shot on Wimberley at the start of the year. Rafa can attest to that, so I'm not shocked there. But yeah, this is if you don't show up for a shift here kind of thing, Wimberley is like Lago Vista can definitely bust some brackets here.
Lago Vista is going to be a team on the rise. Keep an eye on them.
Well, it says established 2022, so this would be what their
but
third year.
I think within 2 years they're going to be really in contention, like we're burning at. I think this is a team to keep an eye on for the years. I'm going to go with them.
Yeah,
It's a
Wimberley.
sharp logo too. But I'm gonna go with Wimberley.
Pleasanton and Cole. I know Cole's not a first-year program, but their first year in UIL.
Yeah, big congratulations to them. Very happy to see them with the success they've had in their first official year.
And that
Yeah,
goes
no-
for both the men's and the women's, or boys and girls, depending on how you want to call it.
Yeah, you'll see them quite a bit now here in the UIL.
Oh, here you go. Wimbledon logo looks like
Everything with Arsenal is fake, Ray. So I concur. I don't know. So on this one, does the moment become too much for Cole? They have some talent, right? They don't. It's not like they have first year players, but is just everything, the stage become too much for them for a Pleasanton squad that's used to being here?
I'm going to go with Pleasanton. I'll go with Pleasanton.
Yeah, to answer your question, yes. I'm gonna say Pleasanton.
Vanguard, Beethoven Gladiator in the nice fancy green, and Rockport Fulton Pirates in the more darker green.
Pirates.
Rockport Fulton.
Oh, shoot. And Brownsville Jubilee versus Edinburgh Quest Idea, the Trailblazers.
Someone's gonna get 500 here. Let's go with the Trailblazers. Why not?
Ray went with the Pirates for the Rockport Fulton.
Pirates. Oh, okay.
Previous one.
Sure.
The Trailblazers. That's the keyword thing is just them playing just a district game. It's just not really measure who they played prior to that. Like I said, because they're both one of them's 0-1 in non-district, the other one didn't play. I'll go with Jubilee.
You went, Steve. You picked.
So the first team that I ever played on was a CYO team called the Blazers. So that's why I went with the Trailblazers.
Oh my God! You guys give me an impossible task here.
You have a coin?
I'll give slight edge. I'll pull it off. I'll go slight edge Brownsville. So give me Jubilee.
Never go against Brownsville. Come on.
Right.
It's not hard. All righty. So the final stage here. Canyon Lake versus Floresville.
Ooh. I think if Canyon Lake can get through the first round, they can start making a run here. So a little bracket buster here. I'm going to go Canyon Lake.
I agree.
London.
Yeah, London.
Wimberley and Pleasanton. I'm assuming Wimberley, or are we giving Pleasanton a shot?
No,
Yeah.
Wimberley. Yeah.
Two programs that are very familiar with each other, but yeah, Wimberley.
And I'm assuming we're going with the Pirates over Brownsville Jubilee Titans.
Yeah. Good little matchups here.
So then
And Wimberley.
Canyon Lake and London. I'm assuming the story ends for Canyon Lake.
Yeah.
I think. It's going to be an interesting one, but yeah, I think slight edge London here. Otherwise, if Canyon Lake breaks through, I think we could be looking at an all
26.
district regional final.
we had in the last few years.
Yeah. Bernie and Davenport.
Mhm.
Wimberley and Rockport Fulton. So in Wimberley.
Wimberley. Yeah.
I know Coach is Wimberley because he's been on that train all year.
Yeah.
So, question:
Oof.
who gets to face Lorena? The Pirates at 20-3, or Wimberley Texans at 19-1-2 in what Rafa calls one of the toughest districts.
This is tough.
They did face each other January the 3rd.
Oh,
Wimberley won 4-0.
Oh shit!
then give me London. No, I'm gonna go Wimberley.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
It's changed. Yeah, it's changed. Like I said,
this is 2.5 months later, right? Obviously, yeah, I think.
And you don't know who is in, who's out.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with Wimberley, I should say.
The Wimberley fake Arsenal logo versus London. Where Arsenal's from.
I didn't say anything about their logo. I just said everything about Arsenal.
No, it's just kind of ironic because they're playing against London, where Arsenal is actually at.
Yeah.
Wimberley.
Great barbecue in London, in case you're wondering.
Actually, Wilson's Barbecue. Yes, there is a place.
Ray, London's bridge is falling down.
Yeah.
Right.
So then we got a Final Four in the state here. You got Randall Raiders against Bullard Panthers. And then on the 3-4 side, you got Lorena Leopards and Wimberley Texans. So we did 1 and 2 first last time. So this time we're going to start with 3 and 4. Lorena and Wimberley, who is your pick?
So just none of these schools have ever advanced to, this stage. So, if this is the way it shapes up, this would be pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm. A byproduct of this new D1, D2 model too, right? So
correct, yeah. So that being said, for 3-4, I'm going to go with 4. I'm going to go with Wimberley over Lorena.
Coach is going Wimberley as well in state.
Yeah, I mean, my mind's right. I foresee here, if this is our matchup, I see a Wimberley Randall final.
Yeah, I was going to say Randall as well.
This could look totally different if Sanelli upends Randall. This could look totally different.
Going all the way back to that matchup.
Or London, or London as well.
So Randall and Wimberley, is Region 4 hosting a trophy or Region 1?
Rafa, what do you got?
I'm going with. They're my number one on RPI.
You beeped out, Rafa.
Can you hear me?
You beeped out. What was your pick?
Wimberley.
Wimberley.
Wow. Okay.
Steve?
Give me the fake Arsenal logo, Wimberley.
Interesting. All right, Coach Nichols. Now you got to get it done. Make me a profit.
So we have Wimberley. Why can't I highlight that? Never mind. All right, so we got Wimberley advancing. All right. So that's the end of the ladies. So we have Wimberley and Salem.
So we did that one in what, 45 or 40 minutes?
Yeah, 40 minutes.
We're getting our groove there. So big shout out again to our listeners. We're over 1,200 strong live listeners across all our platforms. So thank you again. Send in questions, comments, thoughts, any complaints. Send them to Rafa. He's in charge of our complaint department, as we always say. All right. So, but thank you for riding with us. It gives us that your interaction with us here as well. It gives us the juice to know that we're not just four guys all by ourselves out here talking to nobody. So thank you for being with us.
Rafa, we're in 4A boys Division 1.
Oh, we're doing boys now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those were all my. No, I'm just
That was
joking.
all girls. Huh?
I'm like,
Let's start over.
you're calling her today? You're like, Steve's like, I'm done. Bedtime. But there's some news out of 4A boys, Division 1. You think your internet can be strong enough to get through this?
I think for Rafa, if when you're talking, it's a little bit more clear when you lean forward. So if you lean forward,
Right
you
here.
should
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
So what happened this past week with a team from Valley View?
So the issue was brought up. I'll give Etho did about Valley View having to forfeit all but 4 of their games. So basically, it knocked them out of the playoffs. So they haven't really posted anything yet. Media wise, I've checked like on sports, other Facebook, so they haven't said anything. But according to I guess what we see on Max Preps, also brackets, we do not see that.
Yeah, they are not in the bracket, correct?
So I guess the DECU decision was made last Friday or this morning, and Valley View is out. Valley View is one of the favorites out of Region 4, even though Progresso is probably the top favorite, but so they're one of the teams that probably would contend against them, but they're out of the playoffs, and it's just a shame. As far as teams that work real hard this year, because like I said, they won the district convincingly, especially with all the goals they scored, and all that got wiped out. So I feel bad for the seniors, but things like that. As a coach, you got to be aware of those. You can't think selfishly about winning all the time. You got to make sure you're following the books, so forth. Check on things. And if you're not sure something, that's where you have athletic coordinators over that. But move on, and the team that is going to take their place now they have an opportunity. Big dance.
So moving on means St. Ellie, which was Division 2 on the girls' side, is Division 1 on the boys' side with the new format here. St. Ellie versus Andrew Mustangs. I'm assuming we're going St. Ellie or
San Ellie, yeah.
Defending state champs.
Defending state champs, yep.
Dumas Demons. Always love stopping in Dumas. Burke Burnett Bulldogs. I'm assuming we're going with Dumas.
Dumas, yeah.
Stephenville Yellow Jackets and Alvarado Indians.
I think they pronounce it Alvarado.
Oh, Alvarado.
That's okay.
I'm
gonna go.
This could be a close game.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Alvarado.
Rafa?
Like I said, I think it can go either way. Both teams are very competitive. I'll give the slight edge to Stephenville.
We can come back to this one here if you'd like for coach.
All right. Southwest and Lake Dallas Falcons.
I'm gonna go Lake Dallas.
I'm going with Dallas.
San Angelo Lakeview, the Chiefs versus El Paso Yasata, the Indians. So the Chiefs versus the Indians.
I'll go with the Las Vegas Chiefs. No, the Lakeview Chiefs.
Did I just hear Las Vegas?
LV Chiefs.
I know this could be a tough one for Lakeview.
Mm-hmm.
Sleta's not a slouch. I'll give the edge a little bit to Lakeview on this. This will be a close.
So, Coach, they threw you under the bus.
Of course.
You going Indians or you going Yellow Jackets between Stephenville and what was it Alvarado? Or
Alvarado.
Alvarado.
Me slight edge here, Alvarado.
So that means Steve won that battle. Decatur versus Canyon West Plains, the Wolves.
All of this is to be determined, Harry. I'm going to go Decatur.
Yeah, Decatur.
Waxahachie Life and Lampasas, the Badgers.
Mustangs.
And they have almost as good of a record as the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. River Oaks and Western Hill.
Lions over the
Castleberry.
Cougars.
Casper.
Mhm.
Is that through? Is that the region? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're going to go Andrews, but you know they made the decision and went with San Eli. San Eli or Dumas.
State
So,
champ.
yeah, I'm going to go San Eli. Yeah. And then
Go with Lake Dallas.
Alvarado or Lake Dallas.
no, Lake Dallas.
Lake View or Decatur.
Ooh.
That's gonna be a good one there.
35 wins,
I
one
think
loss,
Decatur.
and 2
I go-
draws.
Yeah.
I like Decatur.
Decatur's been the surprise team in that region one.
Mhm.
So they've been the talk from
Yeah.
other coaches. So I'll go with
Decatur.
Decatur.
And then Waxahachie Life and Castleberry.
another one.
Ooh.
Good one.
That's tough. I'm going to go Castleberry.
Rafa disagrees, I think. He's got that look.
What do you got, Rafa?
I'm thinking that they're gonna match the what the girls did.
So, and this is just based off of last year, but they did meet in the second round, and Castleberry won 2-1 over Wax Life.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I could see that maybe a little bit. I don't know if they're quite there in terms of. It's funny to say with a team that's 22-2. It's funny to say that. I don't know if they've quite been as dominant as as the women's team, right? I don't know. I'm with Steve. I'm with Steve on this. I think slight edge Castleberry.
Well, here's what Waxahachie Life has done. They beat Sulphur Springs, beat Ranch View, beat Midlothian Heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
They did have a 1-0 loss to Castleberry. I think
they've had some impressive wins. I just didn't realize that was their record.
That's a great resume.
I think from what they learned from last year, I'm sure they're gunning for these guys, and more likely, I think
So Rafa's leaning here, but 2 went here. So we're advancing Castleberry. But that one's the one to watch out for when it happens.
Yeah.
San Eli and Lake Dallas.
San Eli.
San Eli.
long
I
drive
feel
there.
like they're the Salina of the boys.
And
Decatur,
Where would they play that game?
Decatur and River Oaks, Castleberry.
Which one? The San Eli game?
San Eli and Lake Dallas, man. They would have
Artesia or the Panhandle of Oklahoma, probably. Artesia, New Mexico, or who knows?
Oh, were we not straight advancing San Eli?
Yes,
Did I jump the gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe San Angelo they could play.
I think Lubbock.
Yeah, they tend to. I don't know. They tend to play in Midland all the time. What used to be the old Grande, I forget what it's called now.
Astound. Yeah,
Astound. Yeah, there you go. Astound. Yeah.
Big Spring, Midland, yeah. Is San Eli the where the coach he has all of his players run cross country?
He has, Max Eppenfield for years. He was one of the very first, I guess, I don't know, for lack of better words, pioneers that kind of helped institute that, I guess, that theory, and it's worked out great for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me San Eli.
Home of the Fighting Ricardo Pepis.
Yeah.
I think any combination of Decatur, whether it's a Decatur, Castleberry, or Decatur, Castleberry, Waxahachie Life is going to be a phenomenal regional semifinal here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with opportunity to get a little bit deeper.
Who did you pick, Rafa? Sorry.
Decatur.
Decatur.
I think so too. I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to go Decatur.
So going state champ with 2 losses, or Decatur, who hasn't lost all year, but 2 draws?
San Eli for me.
That's enough.
Yeah, I like Sanelli. Max Seppenfield squads too. They're one of those things about Sanelli too is they make you beat them. They very, very rarely beat themselves. Very well coached, very well disciplined program.
Carrollton Ranchview, the Wolves versus Dallas Conrad Chargers.
I'm going to go Ranchview.
Conrad started strong, and I had them in the RPIs.
Conrad was in your RPI, yeah.
Yeah, and as an honorable mention, but then they kind of faltered towards the end. So I don't know if injuries have kind of caught up to them. But I'll give the edge on this. It'll be a tight.
So all their
It could be their district.
Yeah, because if you look at their record, they're 3-0 before district started.
So a comment, Greg Garcia, Decatur
has both
their forwards played on Rio's team and got cut, and 8 of Castle players are on the team. It's going to be an easy Castleberry win. So
that's if Castleberry gets by life, fuck the hat.
Yeah.
So going back up to Region 1.
So we'll go to Ranch.
We went Ranchview, right?
Yeah.
Salina versus Cotto Mills. I like the colors of both teams.
It'll be a tough game, but I'll go with the Bobcats.
Yeah, Salina.
Sulphur Springs and Tyler Chapel Hill. We had the match on the girls. We get the match on the boys in the bi-district.
So Chapel Hill had a big run last year, deep run. But that being said, I think I'm gonna go Sulphur Springs this year.
Sulphur Springs definitely battle tested, very good district, tough district, plus what they orchestrate and put together and see and compete in their own tournament. Yeah, I think they'll be ready. Coach Upton will have them ready.
And I got to meet him last year. It's in Georgetown. Alexis, right? Or Alexi.
Kilgore Bulldogs and Hudson Hornets. I'm assuming Kilgore.
Kilgore, yeah.
North Dallas Bulldogs and Uplift Williams Prep, the Falcons.
Bulldogs.
North Dallas 40.
Nevada Community Braves and Frisco Panther Creek, the Panthers.
Ooh.
Panthers.
Be a tough one.
They were a regional finalist last year. They lost to Kilgore in the region final.
Probably a rebuilding year for Pat.
You could be, but I do see them getting past round 1.
How far did Nevada go last year?
Let's see. Nevada. They got to the 3rd round last year, so they knocked off Anna, Carrollton Ranchview, and then they lost to Dallas Wilmer Hutchins 3-2. So Nevada Communities, they had a deep run as well. But, I mean, can't go against Frisco's.
This is the dominance of one district versus the battle-tested kind of getting tested week in and week out in a very tough district is what this is.
Yeah, so Nevada Community did knock off Anna from District 11 last year in the first round. But I'm gonna stick with the Panthers.
I think Nevada gets them.
So if it's
Just
on
maybe-
coach, you going Braves or you going Panthers?
I'm thinking Nevada, to be honest.
Good pick. Good pick.
Lindale Eagles and Paris Wildcats.
This is
Lindale.
another one of those duplicates from the girl side, right?
Yeah, and not only that, they did face each other in the round one last year. Lindale 3-1 over Paris. So I'm gonna go Lindale. Yeah.
And Palestine Wildcats and Longview Pine Tree Pirates.
Yeah, Palestine on this one.
Palestine. So, Carrollton Ranch View Wolves versus Salina Bobcats.
Yeah.
I think the boys, the line
This
of
is
boys, think they have
Yeah,
a good shot.
This is the round that they got knocked off in penalty kicks last year to Oak Cliff Faith Family. Salina did.
It was an upset, right?
Yeah. Well, sort of. I show that OC Faith Family was ranked 5. I'm not sure if that was by
Yeah.
RPI
Yeah, I think-
or
I'm leaning Salina on this.
yeah. I'm gonna go Salina.
Salina. Next one, Sulphur Springs or Kilgore?
Great matchup here.
This is tough. That's oof. I'm gonna go Palestine, just due to
I mean,
You know.
I mean,
pedigree.
Sulphur Springs or Kilgore?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kilgore.
I'm
Kilgore.
like, we're jumping all these.
I was like, where are they?
That
I
one.
was like, what?
I'm gonna go Kilgore. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
They so they were the region.
So we already know
last
Palestine over Lindale. Everybody else is going Palestine.
Actually, I think Sulphur Springs wins that. If
Oh,
you can,
cool.
if
Yeah.
here's the thing, if you lose the Progresso only 1-0, that
Yeah.
says a lot
You're
about
doing
your team.
something right.
Doing something right. And especially, I think that tournament themselves that they host was
Mhm.
specifically to get them prepared for these type. And I don't know if Kilgore played in that. Maybe they need to go over there next year, but I think that's the whole purpose of this because they know they're gonna face these type of games and teams.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna go with Sulphur Springs. I think that they pull it off.
I think it's very much a push here. Just this, I think it's a mix of these three teams, right? Salina, Sulphur Springs, Kilgore. But yeah, I think I like Sulphur Springs.
And then Palestine over
Yeah.
Lindale, since Steve already's got his pick in, or is anybody going Lindale?
Yeah, Palestine.
So then that leaves North Dallas, the Bulldogs, versus the Nevada Community Braves.
Dallas.
I'm going North Dallas. Yeah, North Dallas.
So,
Actually, Nevada on this one, but yeah, outnumbered.
you've been outnumbered on both of them.
Yeah.
Salina and Sulphur Springs.
This
It's a real
is a
tricky
push,
game.
man. These are two teams that are just extremely familiar with each other. I think anything and everything goes, and the records out the window. All that talk, all that stuff that you hear that coach speak of, records out the window. Very much the case here. Who's just in better form? Who's healthier? Right. Again, we talk about the depth, particularly at the 4A level. Who's been more consistent? I'm going to go Sulphur Springs here.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually go Sulphur this round.
Rafa?
I'll go so.
North Dallas or Palestine?
Now, this is the question, right?
Palestine for me.
It's one.
Rafa, what do you got?
I think North Dallas wins on this one. I think they may have a team that can kind of look at what they've done. I think they match up pretty well with Palestine. What North Dallas has done to go
I agree.
undefeated. They were like I said, for RPIs, I kind of had them close to that range.
Right. I remember you talking about that. Right.
Yeah. So I think this is a signature win for them, for their program.
So you going North Dallas as well, Coach?
Yeah, I don't feel. I mean, Palestine's consistent. Obviously, great pedigree. I don't feel like this is they have that squad this year. Yeah, give me slight edge North Dallas here.
So who's going to face San Eli? Sulphur Springs or North Dallas?
Palestine. No.
that would be a great game too. So
No, I'm gonna go.
but imagine if they did face each other from Palestine to Sanelli halfway.
Yeah, that's a long drive. I'm gonna go North Dallas on this one. Bulldogs.
That's one.
I feel Sulphur Springs. I think this is. I'm not saying this is the year for as far as winning the state title, but I think this is the year to win.
Yeah.
We got a check in each box. Coach, you being slow on the draw.
Off their signature win. Given what they've gone through with Nevada as well, I would slide it very, very, very minimal slight edge Sulphur Springs.
Oh. Alrighty, so then let me hide this one. Region 3, number 1 again, Lumberton Raiders and Huffman Hargrave Falcons.
Lumberton.
Houston, Mickey Leland College Prep, and Sealy Tigers.
Leland.
Just no Eric Dickerson's this time.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll go Leland, but keep an eye on that game.
Yeah.
Fort Bend, Almeida Crawford Chargers versus Port Lavaca, the Calhoun Sand Crabs.
Go to Fort.
What do you got, Rafa?
I go to Fort Bend Crawford.
Fort Bend.
Tight game, but I think.
Yeah.
Is there a second or?
We'll go San
I'll go. Oh, Steve. Yeah, where's that 1988 coin flip? I'll go Sand Crabs.
Waco, La Vega, the Pirates, and Taylor Ducks.
La Vega.
No barbecue this time.
No, sorry. Los Patos.
Livingston Lions and the Cardinals from Bridge City.
Oh, it's very different records from a winner to a runner-up. I'm going to go Bridge City.
No disagreement?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Navasota and Houston Fur.
That was so good.
Yeah, the defending Region 3 champion Navasota.
Yep.
With only 5 matches.
Team to keep your eye on here. Yeah.
Bay City Black Cats and Fort Bend Willow Ridge Eagles.
Our other Bay City. Yep.
BC.
Yeah.
And then Salado and China Springs. The Cougars versus the Eagles.
Eagles.
Little backyard brawl right here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Excuse me.
So Lumberton versus Houston Mickey Leland.
Lumberton.
Port Lavaca Calhoun Sand Crabs or Waco La Vega.
La Vega.
Yeah.
Bay City Cardinals and Navasota.
Bridge City. Bridge City, right?
Bridge City.
I'm going to go Navasota.
Yeah.
Bay City or Salado. Eagles or Black Cats.
like the girl, I think we have the girls facing them too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I give slight edge Bay City here.
Ooh.
I'll go
You go who, Rafa?
base.
Bay City.
Yeah, I'll go Bay City.
Lumberton Raiders and Waco La Vega.
I'm going to go La Vega. They lost to Navasota in a shootout last year in the region semifinals. So they're kind of knocking on the door.
Yeah, I could see
that being said, Lumberton has gone extremely deep. They won this region 2 years ago. But yeah, with that record that Waco La Vega has, I think that they're on the right path to, knocking on the door out of the Region 3.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Navasota or Bay City. Rattlers or Black Cats.
So two very consistent programs, two very different types of records, even though they're not that far apart. Recent pedigree and recent success of one versus a Bay City team trying to break through.
Yeah, Navasota, they took San Eli in the state semifinal to OT last year. It was a really
Question is, do they have quite what they had last year? Is the question.
Yeah, true.
That's that's been the question. They've been steady. They've been consistent. Obviously they're very good, but are they, in terms of what they lost, graduation, are they quite there? Are they the same? Are they just
that being said, I mean, but they have the players that have been there, done that, whereas
Bay City has not, yeah.
Yes, and so that's my philosophy on this is just for Navasota to advance.
You mentioned about that they have from last year. Here's the key on this. So Navasota, on their 3 losses, one was against Sulphur Springs. One was against shootout 0-0 against Alvarado. Here's a kicker here. They lost 5-3 to Brookshire Royal.
Really?
And then the second time they played, they tied. So they may not be at the level they were last year.
What was their score against Sulphur Springs?
So it was a 2-0, I believe. So yeah, they lost to Sulphur Springs 2-0, but that loss at Brookshire was a 5-3. And then when they played them again on the 14th, they tied 3-3. So they might not have the same firepower like what they had last year. So
it looks like they could score, but they don't. Maybe their defense is suffering, kind of like the Oakland Roots, right?
Yeah. But Bay City, could catch them. they get off on the right foot. I think Bay City do have a loss. They lost to Steely 6-1.
To Sealy. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. This is
And that was a game yesterday for I guess a warm up.
yeah. And coming out of that area round matchup between their two, one having to tackle Salado is for Bay City is Salado followed by Navasota, just a bridge too far, back to back. I mean, obviously they're not playing them next day, but still, is that
Like I said, they had a bunch of ties too, like with Stafford, Lamar Consolidated, El Campo. They did tie Calhoun 1-1, but then they tied Columbus team, which really known for, which they beat first time around 6-1.
So what do you?
I think this can go either way, but I'm gonna give the edge to Navasota because they've been there. I think this is kind of the first time Bay City's kind of gone this deep in a while.
Which is
But
what Steve was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give it a 9.
Okay. Good.
So, after the discussion, Bay City, Navasota, or La Vega? Going Rattlers or Pirates?
I think this is La Vega's year.
Yeah. See, you're right back into that conversation that we were just having with Bay City, right? Can they break through? Versus the experience of having been there versus that breakthrough year.
Since these two teams are familiar, I think La Vega, this is their year. They're probably their senior laden team this year.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, they did face each other last year. I think I mentioned that earlier. Anyways, Navasota did win in a shootout over Waco La Vega. So could this be redemption? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say Waco La Vega.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Are we missing one? Or who do we got? Region 4, right? We're in Region 4.
Region 4.
Ooh.
Look at this.
Just a small match here to start out with. Northeast. Early College Raiders and Marble Fall Mustangs.
Yeah, I really like what Austin Northeast is doing, and that being said, it's gonna be a tough match for them to get out of the first round. You definitely got to bring your A game versus Marble Falls team, but I'm gonna say 3-1, 3-1 Northeast.
You're giving a score. Look at you.
This is a tough one, even though like Marble Falls had a deep run last year, and I'll be like I said, this year a little bit different district, but still good team. But at the Northeast, that'd be a close win.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. I think what Coach Olson's built out at Northeast is hard. It's hard to ignore. I like him.
Lavernia and Uvalde, 2 solid programs here in the San Antonio area.
I think Coach Strohmeyer put this out right. I think this is going to be played at Uvalde, if I saw this correctly.
Yeah, I saw that at Uvalde. Yeah. In the grass field.
Yeah. So how does that impact things? I think that's my only question.
I think it'll be Lavernia. I think they'll win this one.
Yeah, I got Lavernia.
Think they'll sort it out?
Like I said, I've faced Uvalde. I've never lost to Uvalde. I can't say as far as the other 2 area coaches that came after me. So
but you're not coaching, but
I've never lost to Uvalde. So
that's like me winning the Newcastle title there.
Yeah, you get the Newcastle. Yeah, Harry got the cup.
Beeville Jones and Far Idea College Prep.
Sneaky tough here.
I think Beeville.
Think so?
Yeah, Beeville's like there. Was this the LaFar team that did get into the playoffs for Valley View?
No.
Oh yeah.
This is where Hidalgo would have been.
I mean Valley View. You mean Hidalgo would have played? Yeah,
Hidalgo would have been here.
Hidalgo would have been the favorite there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. I'll
I'm
go
going
Beeville.
Beeville.
This will be
And of
Far's
course-
first game out of district, it looks like.
And then the next one, Progresso, Port Isabel, Serpons. I'm assuming we're just advancing Progresso.
Can't
This
go
one's
against the
playing-
Red Ants.
Yeah, this one's playing on a Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, at 5 p.m.
This may be the first game I've heard so far in the by district round that's being played on a Saturday.
at 5 p.m. at Port Isabel. I wonder how many touchdowns they score. We'll see.
Yeah.
Might be a mercy rule.
Davenport and Burnett Bulldogs. Austin, San Antonio.
Davenport.
Davenport.
The Rafa Special, Somerset, and SA Memorial.
There we go.
So this is an evenly matched.
Mm-hmm. That's why I called it the Rafa Special.
This could go either way. I didn't get to see Somerset play. I did get to see Memorial play twice. Memorial's not a bad team. They got some talent players, well coached. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Memorial. They've been in the playoffs in the past. Somerset's still kind of a new program.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm gonna give that.
Yeah, Memorial.
Hidalgo and Toulouse Midway, the Warriors.
Hidalgo.
That would have been Valley View. And Brownsville, Idea, Riverview. We hate the Rockets versus Donna, Idea, College Prep, the Titans.
Go with Matt's Rockets.
When in doubt, go Brownsville, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So start out with the banger. Northwest Early and Lavernia.
Damn.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I'm going Coach Olson at Northeast.
Yeah, it'll be a close one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't realize Lavernia got all the way to the region semifinal last year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think-
That game has extra time at a minimum, if not penalties written all over it.
Yeah. Damn.
Beeville, Jones, and Progresso. I'm assuming Progresso.
Yes.
Davenport and Memorial. I'm assuming Davenport.
Yeah.
There's anybody giving Memorial a shot?
It'll be a competitive game, but Davenport.
And then Hidalgo or Brownsville, Idea, Riverview.
Hidalgo.
Look at this matchup. Wow.
Northeast against the Red Ants. Raiders, Red Ants.
Where do they play this game?
Where do they play? Yeah, I was going to say that. So
Artesia or the Oklahoma Panhandle. So I don't know. Yeah,
If I'm Austin
I
Northeast,
don't know.
if I'm Austin Northeast, I don't play this game in Corpus. I play this game.
You know
Pleasant.
that's what they're going to try to push. You know that's what they're going to
I play this game. I play this game in San Antonio. Either that or
Try the flip.
Floresville.
Beeville or Alice. I don't
Beeville,
know.
yeah, Beeville, Alice, yeah. But I would rather have them travel out.
Or
Maybe even Laredo, or even
Pleasanton or Floresville, maybe.
or
stay away from
Laredo,
the coast.
That's gonna be a very good game. But I'm gonna give the edge to Progressive.
I think it's just hard to go against Progresso.
Yeah, Progressive.
Davenport or Hidalgo?
I'm going to go Hidalgo.
Yeah.
Davenport's gonna give them a game, but Hidalgo.
So, Progresso or Hidalgo to face Waco La Vega.
Progressive.
So last time we did 3-4. This time we do 1-2. San Eli or Sulphur Springs, the defending champs.
That's a
San
long
Eli.
drive for a state semifinal. Yeah, I'm gonna give San Eli an edge on this. That's going to be a good game. I think no shame for self-restraint, but I think they'll
Yeah.
put up a fight.
Yeah, it'll be these will both be good, really good
Hmm.
games, and who knows? Well, Waco La Vega versus Progreso could possibly play in San Antonio, right?
I think I think we all see the collision course here, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Did I pick right?
Yeah.
so if there's
Back to back?
any team I think that can take down Progresso this year, right, as well as Progresso has played and what they've shown in their dominance, it would probably be just the pedigree, the culture, the well coached, well disciplined program in Sanelli.
And vice versa as well. You know, if there's a team that could knock off Sanelli from
Yeah, I think that's the question, right? Is Progresso's just been on a different level up to now, like even from the defending state champion, right?
No mercy.
So is this a kind of match, a final? Is this a state final that you see where all the pressure somehow is not on the defending state champion, right? Could it be one of those?
Yeah.
You're looking also Progresso being undefeated, so they haven't lost. That'd be a lot of pressure on that.
Mm-hmm. And this is where coaching, not a knock on Progresso at all, but in terms of knowing what the history, right, of Max Sappenfield at Sanelli, in these moments, coaching shows up, right? Coaching shows up.
Yeah. Do you think also Sanelli playing a little more competitive district compared to what Progresso could also be in factor too? Yeah. I see Sanelli a little more battle tested. I think the route they take too, they're gonna have to beat some nonsense that Progresso doesn't beat some quality teams, but I think the route they take they may be more prepared. Because I think Progresso going into this game, the pressure is going to be on them because they're undefeated. They have to win,
yeah.
Especially against a defending.
Yeah,
which probably a lot of people are not going to give them a shot. But I'm going to lean to Sanelli. I think
Sanelli would be the favorite, though, right?
No,
Progresso, not really.
Progresso would be the favorite.
That's what I mean. This presents a unique dynamic here where the defending state champion may be looked upon as not the favorite, right? With no pressure, with very little pressure on them.
Sanelli's been under the radar this year. No one's really been talking about them,
because of their results.
Progresso's been more the one because of what they've been doing, what they've been blowing out, and so forth. But going to this game,
that's just the weak district that they're in, though, right? Because they're the team that had the 24-0 over.
And that's the thing that could come back, and get them because, like I said, look what Sanelli had to go to win it last year. They had to beat a very good Navasota team, and they had to beat a really good Bernie team. And so they know what it takes. This is something new for Progresso, even though they've gone deep a couple times, but the pressure's on them to finish the job, and if they don't finish the job, it's basically a disappointment.
Yeah. And the state finals are still in Georgetown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yeah.
So being on turf, does that favor either one?
I don't think so. Not at this stage. No. Both teams will have definitely played.
You mentioned grass earlier, so that's just the reason why.
Yeah. So, Rafa, what do you got? You're leaning Sanelli?
I think Sanelli repeat. It'll be a close one. I can see this game go to penalty kick.
Esteban, what do you got?
Federico, let's see here. I'm going to go Progresso.
Oh. I think I jumped it too soon. Put this back down. Going for the undefeated, or are you going for the back-to-back?
Yeah,
You going for home?
It's hard to go against Progresso, but I feel if there's a team that can take them down and going into this might have no pressure on them and just play loose and everything that comes with it, so well coached, and just the mental piece of this, they're not going to care what Progresso's record is. They're not going to care how dominant they've been, right? They They just ignore that noise. Sanelli's been there so many times. Hard to ignore that. I think. Give me Sanelli.
This would be number 5 for them.
Yeah.
So we got one more round to go.
20 minutes. Let's get into it. 20 minutes. Fast forward.
Is there any barbecue on this one?
I'm sure I'll find some.
We'll kick off El Paso and Lubbock.
Estacado.
Matadors.
Bowie. Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
El Paso, Bowie.
Perrytown or Graham Steers? I'm assuming Perrytown.
Yeah, we heard good things about Perrytown. The episode they're on.
Gatesville or Ferris Yellow Jackets?
Go Gatesville.
I don't know.
And
This one could
people
be
with
that
gray
one.
beards like. Oh, go ahead.
That one could be real. I think that one can go. I think either way
Either way, yeah.
because they're not really known for soccer. Both way. Like I say, Ferris has played some tough opponents. But I'll give you one. They had a 1-0 loss.
To who?
Pearl.
Pearl.
So I'm gonna go with Ferris.
All right, Coach, you still there? Or are you? I think
No,
Coach is out, so
we'll go
I'll be
back
the tiebreaker going with Gatesville.
Okay.
Although I guess we can save it. We'll save it here that way. Diamond Hill over Eagle Mountain. I'm pretty sure.
THJ.
The Beards.
Yep.
Pecos or Urban.
I'm gonna go with El Paso Urban.
Urban over the Billy the Kids.
Although I do like the logo. That's a pretty nice logo.
Yeah. Kind of looks like Pleasanton. Actually.
Bridgeport Bulls or the Borger Bulldogs.
Another close game.
Yeah.
But I'll give Bridgeport the.
Yeah, I'll go Bridgeport.
Kendall Wildcats or Brownwood Lions.
Dale.
Kennedale.
And then Lake Worth Bullfrogs versus Benbrook Bobcats.
Go with Benbrook.
Yeah, Benbrook. Actually, yeah, that's it.
So, Coach, you have to make a.
I got a tiebreaker here, right?
Yeah. Gatesville Hornets at 8-4-2-6-1-1 or Ferris Yellow Jackets 9-10-3 4-6 winner of 5 versus runner up. Oh, a runner up in 6.
We've actually talked a little bit about this, haven't we, Rafa? That Ferris in the past,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
But they played a more competitive schedule.
I forgot.
So that's
yeah.
So that's why I went with them. Gatesville hasn't really. I'm saying that anybody just not at the level first.
Yeah, probably the one we're more familiar with in terms of their background, their district. Give me Ferris. We'll go first. I don't think it really matters. They got DHJ next.
El Paso Bowie, the Bears or the Perrytown Rangers?
Go Perryton.
I like Bowie in this.
I go Bowie.
I like La Bowie.
And then we already said DHJ.
That is going to be a dynamite just style. That is going to be a great game to watch there. Bowie and
Urban or Bridgeport Bulls?
Go Urban.
Really? You guys think so?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Urban.
I'm gonna go Bridgeport.
You know, Irvin's coming out of that same tough 4A district, right?
Mm-hmm. they've got some talented players there.
Yeah,
They're not, they don't really get the coverage,
Mhm.
but I've seen them play in the past. They got some good players. They got some good teams.
Yeah.
And like I said, they don't shy away from who they play.
No. Also, given Bridgeport's kind of experience and pedigree, is what I'm kind of wondering.
Right. They had a deep run last year. They lost to the Diamond Hill Jarvis in the third round, 3-1. So
Obviously, we knew they had to overcome some controversy with a previous coach, but
Who did they beat in the second round?
have a different coach.
Stephenville.
Yeah.
Bridgeport beat Stephenville 3-1, and
They haven't played an El Paso area team, right? And that's the thing. I wonder if that style,
right.
they may not be familiar with that style.
Give me, I might regret this one, but give me Bridgeport. I like Bridgeport.
Oh. Well, Kennedale or Fort Worth Benbrook?
Kennedale.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Bowie or Diamond Hill Jarvis? Bears versus Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah. Too much our guys in DHJ, but that is if there's probably a test in these couple of first rounds here for Diamond Hill Jarvis, that's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Bridgeport or Kennedale?
I'm gonna go Bridgeport. What do y'all think?
Bridgeport.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And Diamond Hill over Bridgeport, or
yeah.
So I think that's as far as for recent pass, I think that's probably the easiest one as far as
correct.
Yeah.
For a team.
Mm-hmm. The luck of the enrollment.
Yeah.
Now to the bottom half, Region 2. Kicks off Dallas Life Oak Cliffs versus Dallas Kimball. 12-8-1, 9-3 in district, 15-5-3, 12-4-3 in district. So solid records all around.
So they split last year between District 9 and District 10, 2-2 each. So this is. I'm gonna go Kimball Knights.
Huh?
I'm
gonna go Kimball Knights. Yeah.
Kimball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rafa's got to complain to the person. Get a room closer. Gainesville Leopards or Kemp Yellow Jackets? I'm assuming Gainesville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Pirates, not the baseball one, but the high school here in Texas, and Manoa Yellow Jackets.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
I forgot. I actually forgot they're the Pirates.
Henderson Lions and Diebold Lumberjacks.
Henderson.
Dallas A+ and Duncanville Village Tech Viper Squid.
Oh, sorry, Viper Squid. I'm going with the Knights.
The Knights logo is pretty good.
Can we just
they
pick them?
They have upgraded logos.
We just want to pick them once.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Sunnyvale versus the Farmersville Farmers. And I do love the little farmer dude.
Sunnyvale.
Yeah.
The Van Vandals and Paris North Lamar Panthers.
Doesn't really look like a Vandal.
This could be one that can go either way. I think this could be our bracket buster. I think Lamar wins.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page as Rafa here. I think they've kind of been.
Are you calling this a bracket buster? There's like a one win difference on this.
Yeah, A bracket buster is a bracket buster
I don't know about that.
based off their records. Yeah, I'm gonna go North Lamar.
Yeah, why not?
All right, here's an interesting one. Madison Mustangs versus Center Rough Riders. Very similar records, 14-6, 11-4-1, 9-2, 8-2.
We'll go Madisonville.
Madisonville, yeah.
All right, so that brings Dallas Kimball and Gainesville Leopards.
Oof. Oh man, I'm gonna go Gainesville.
That's one.
What do you got, Rafa?
Yeah, give me Gainesville.
All right. Pittsburgh Pirates or Henderson Lions? 13 versus 15.
I'm gonna go with the baseball team.
Yeah.
So Pirates playing USL. Dallas A+ or Sunnyvale Raiders?
Sorry, Riverhounds. I'm gonna go Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale.
And the bracket buster, Paris North Lamar or Madison Mustangs?
Madisonville, yeah.
Or Madisonville, pardon me. Gainesville Leopards or Pittsburgh Pirates?
I want to say is Gainesville. They're right on the border, right? Is that on the border going up to the Windstar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm gonna go. I'll go with Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh is in the same district with Sulphur Springs.
Oh,
I think they're a little bit more. I think they're played
A little more battle tested.
Yeah, because even though now, granted, Gainesville has played against Aubrey and Salina in their district and Panther Creek, so it's going to be a real competitive game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh as well.
Then Sunnyvale or Madisonville? Raiders or Mustangs?
Let's see. So Madisonville is in the same district as Palestine. And Sunnyvale is in the same district as Nevada Community. I'm going to do Madisonville.
What do you got, Rafa?
I'm going to go with Sunnyvale.
Puts it on you, Coach.
Sunnyvale does have a win over Nevada Community.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that.
I'll go Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale. Go Sunnyvale.
Pirates, Raiders, Pittsburgh versus Sunnyvale. 13 versus 12.
It's just an
Winner
interesting.
gets to face Diamond Hill Jarvis.
It's an interesting region.
Yeah.
You have like a
Not a
Dallas
lot of-
area and versus Northeast Texas.
I just get the feeling that this is going to go in all kind. This could go in all kinds of directions.
Wide open
Yeah.
region. I'll go Pittsburgh.
I'm leaning Sunnyvale.
That's one. We needed two. Rafa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sunnyvale.
Sunnyvale.
So then that sets up Diamond Hill and Sunnyvale for state. And 2 more brackets to go through. Jasper and Liberty Panthers.
Jasper.
Jasper.
Houston Scarborough Spartans and Sugarland Harmony School of Innovation Mustangs.
Scarborough.
Good Lord. Yeah. Scarborough.
Scarborough on their 6th game. Yeah.
Needville versus Altair Rice Consolidated Raiders. And I do love their logo.
Blue Jays.
Needville.
Needville.
It's a nice little crest there. Yeah.
That's sharp.
Lorena Leopards and Giddings Buffalo.
It's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
Lorena? East Chambers or Silsby?
East Chambers.
EC.
Chambers.
Yeah, EC.
I think they're going to.
Royal or Houston, Washington?
Can go wrong with Royal.
Royal Barbecue.
El Campo, the Rice Birds versus Stratford Spartans.
Oh.
This could be one
Yeah.
that can go either way.
Yeah.
Because Stafford does have some talent. Talent.
Yeah.
But I mean, El Campo, like I said, they're starting to kind of turn the leaf a bit as far as the soccer program. Starting to more and more.
Yeah, 2 years ago, El Campo got all the way to the region final and lost to Lumberton. And last year, Stafford lost in the region semifinal to Lumberton. So, yeah, this is a tough first by district match.
They did face each other this season.
Oh.
On January the 18th. So they El Campo got the better of 4-1.
4-1. Go El Campo.
This will be a closer game, but I'll give it a
Yeah, I agree.
Manor Tech Titans 20-3, 14-1 versus Robinson Rockets 16-5 and 14-4. So 24 and 23.
Another good game here, but I'll go with New Tech.
Manor New Tech.
So Jasper Bulldogs, excuse me, and Houston Scarborough Spartans.
I'll go with Scarborough.
Scarborough on their 7th game.
Yeah.
I think they've played more games. I don't know if they just have.
I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah.
Needville Blue Jays or Lorena Leopards.
Ooh.
That's a sneaky good game there.
Yeah, it is.
I'll go Lorena. That'd be
That's one.
Yeah.
I'm going Needville. Needville.
I'm thinking Needville.
So Needville with the 2. East Chambers or Brookshire Royal Falcons?
EC.
So Buccaneers or Falcons?
EC. East Chambers.
Yeah, East Chambers. It's the end of the
Rice
road.
Birds or Titans?
Ooh. So Manor New Tech had a good run last year. They got to the 3rd round.
I was going to say, I think I give a slight edge there to Manor.
And yeah, I'm going to go Manor. Manor New Tech.
No, they're playing who they playing at East Campo.
El Campo Rice Birds. Oh, yeah. So Scarborough or Needville Blue Jays?
I think whoever comes out of that Needville Lorena one continues. So, yeah, I'm leaning Needville.
I'm leaning towards Scarborough just due to the fact that they made a deep run last year. So lost to Navasota 2-1.
I'll go Scarborough.
Scarborough.
EC or Manor?
Oof.
EC. I think it's regional final minimum for East Chambers this year.
Yeah, I got EC too.
And then Scarborough going to state or East Chambers going to state?
I'm going to say East Chambers.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we go to Region 4.
Last one of the night.
Last one. Start off with
Are we there? I didn't realize we were. Yeah, I guess so.
assuming we're going Polar Bears over the Bulldogs. Love Bandera, but I don't think they're on the level of Austin Sheave at this time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Cole and Pleasanton.
Cole.
You're gonna
This
go.
game's at Pleasanton, right?
Yeah, it's at both the Cole matches are at Pleasanton. Doubleheader. Different fields for some odd reason, but
Cole's kind of turned since I last saw them, they kind of turned the page because remember they did have the one loss Lavernia had was against Cole.
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give the edge here to Cole on this one. This will be a.
But Pleasanton's been in the playoffs. Does that play a factor? Because this is Cole's first time in the playoffs.
Well, and that was part of what we kind of cited on the girls' side, right?
Yeah.
The question is in terms of matchups, right? Because I think aren't they flip flopped on the girls' side where Pleasanton is the winner?
Yeah, but they have a real physical four that's real tall, can knock you off the ball, and I don't know if Pleasanton has someone that can really. So, like I said, this will be a close game, but I think Cole gets.
I'm assuming we're going with London over Mission, North Mission, who is the team that got in.
You assume right.
We're that here. Alamo Idea or Brownsville Jubilee?
Jubilee.
I'm going to go Jubilee.
And then an interesting one. Fredericksburg Billies and Lago Vista. Vikings.
Wow.
Tough one. Tough. I think slight edge Fredericksburg here. Again, another tough district. They've been on just a lot of tight games too.
I think Lago Vista could be a very back and forth game. They're well coached. They had some close ones with Northeast Early College on the first going around, but towards the end they kind of faltered a little bit. But I'll give credit. This is a game I think they'll probably.
Yeah, I can see this going like overtime. Yeah, I think he said Fredericksburg. But I'm going to go Fredericksburg. Yeah.
You got to put Batlin Billies on there.
Batlin Billies. Yeah.
Floresville Tigers or Gonzales Apaches? Hey, I put how UIL has it listed.
Ooh, not how you say
it. This game's in Luling, so they're playing on grass. So.
Oh man.
I think that's
we did talk to the Gonzales coach, but he did mention that they did lose their leading scorer to a knee.
Yeah. I think both of these teams are very much used to playing on grass, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, Floresville has turf.
Is that's got to be recent, though, isn't it?
Oh, they've had it for a few years. So I'll give the edge here to Floresville.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah, because they played a really tough non-district schedule. And they did, even though I had those losses they had was against 6A teams, Quarter Olympics. And so they're ready to. And I've heard some good things about that program that's kind of starting to rise. But Gonzales, like I said, we talked to them last week, and I think losing their star player, their leading scorer, that's gonna hurt them. Because someone else has to pick up the slack. But they're a team to keep an eye on next, because they're gonna return a lot of freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, and a really good job by y'all interviewing their coach. And pretty cool that he's going to be heading over the summer to what do you say, Wales?
Wales,
To get
yeah.
his,
Yeah, I know
UEFA,
that. For his B,
UEFA
B or A.
or A or something. B,
Yeah.
you know. And but I think that's what, especially around here in San Antonio, it's cool to see, Floresville, like I mentioned earlier, with the Floresville Flowtown Kicks club. That's how you build up your high school, is by starting with the youth, and the same thing to, was it Coach Seif? Is it
Yeah.
with Gonzalez, and he's building that community over there as well. So and playing tournaments in the summer as well, right? Or not
77.
77th league, I should say. But I think Floresville for this one, just due to the fact that they've, I don't know what their injury status is. Gonzalez already, lost a player, but kudos to Gonzalez for, and the coach there for, building up that community. And like Rafa said, this is a team and a town to keep on your radar for future reference.
Yeah.
Vanguard Academy Mozart Alamo versus SGA Santa Brutus Academy of the Lions. I'm assuming SGA.
For a team that only has only 200 students.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, they did well. They were actually kind of neck and neck with Corpus Christi London for a little bit, but then so I'll go with SGA.
Yeah, SGA over Mozart's.
And then Brownsville Idea Frontier versus Edinburgh Quest.
Brownsville.
I think that's where all the players that should have been at Hannah probably.
He's a little bit sour that Hannah finished 5th in a 5-team district. All right, so last run here. Austin Achieve versus Cole. I'm assuming Austin Achieve.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
London versus Brownsville Jubilee.
This would be a good one. But I'm gonna go London.
Rafa.
London.
Fredericksburg Fighting Billies versus Floresville Tigers.
Battling. Let's see.
Or
Here.
battling. Oh, battling. That's what you're
Battling Billies.
Those are fighting words.
I'm gonna go.
Floresville, maybe? I don't
I'm
know.
gonna go Floresville. Yeah. I'm gonna go Floresville.
Maybe
They've got some players. My boys team that I had last year, we played against them the last couple of years, and we won each time we played them, but they started closing the gap. From, let's say, a 6-1 to next time it was like 4-2, and they started. I think they even tied us one time. So now that I think, So I'm gonna go Floresville. They're kind of on the rise.
And apostrophe, Harry. Since you're working it, I got to make sure.
This will be a close game, but it'll be fun.
No, don't worry about it, man. I'm messing with you.
Batlin,
Batlin.
I-N, not
Batlin.
battling, but that's all right.
I-N
It's
apostrophe.
late, man. Come on.
It's already
Yeah.
11:30 almost. Shoot.
No excuse. Don't worry. No one's listening. No one's listening anyway. It's just us.
No, it's just
Not 1,800 of our closest friends.
2,000 of our closest friends almost. Yeah. Good. Thank you. If you're still up, first of all, why? But secondly, thank you. So we appreciate it.
hopefully they're listening to tomorrow.
Absolutely. Got to come back. 5-8. You got to stick it out with us.
5-8,
All right?
5-8. I know we'll have a large Southwest, so don't piss off the Southwest fans because then our chat will just blow up.
Well, I was talking about the replay. You feel free to watch this on Tuesday as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Play it in class. Your teachers will love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's educational.
Don't do that.
SGA or Brownsville Idea Frontier?
Could be it.
Brownsville.
Rafa, this is all Rafa. Rafa's got you know what to do when in doubt, Rafa.
Yeah, go to Roundtable. Yeah. So the idea, the AKA Hannah.
Yeah. Okay.
Austin Achieve and London.
That's going to be a really good game. If Corpus, this is a game that I know Corpus Christi will probably be the favorite, but they're going to be tested this game.
I got London.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards London, but this is going to be a real close.
Brownsville Idea / Hannah or Floresville Tigers?
I think it's the end of the road for Floresville.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if that comes to fruition, like that's a phenomenal season for Floresville.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm assuming London or going against Rafa and going towards Rafa and picking Brownsville.
London in this area just seems like they've been on a different level, I think.
Yeah. But London.
Of course, Corpus Christi FC is doing a good job turning them off.
An interesting
That's
Final
something
Four
to
here. Interesting Final Four.
So we did 1 and 2 last time, so we start with 3 and 4 this time. East Chambers or Corpus Christi London?
Oof.
I'm going to go in London.
I'm gonna say Chambers.
I think Chambers. Yeah. I think EC.
And then on the other side, Diamond Hill Jarvis Eagles or Sunnyvale Raiders?
Give me my guys.
Yep. The
Diamond Hill.
Beards.
This is just in terms of style and matchup. This would be a phenomenal final.
The Beards versus EC.
Can DHJ finally get it done? This is kind of a breakthrough for both of them, right?
I think Diamond Hill finally gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
DHJ, you think? Yeah,
DHJ. I agree.
I think so.
Is that it?
That's it for tonight.
That is
Wow.
it. All right. One more, just to wake up everybody. Thank you for being with us, staying with us. All right. Give me one more. Hey, that wasn't too bad, man.
Oh.
So 3 hours,
15 minutes.
12 minutes. The first 25 of that was barbecue talk. So
Newcastle talk because we won a title.
Congratulating Harry on single-handedly leading Newcastle to the League Cup.
The Caribou.
Making fun of Arsenal, as we do.
Harry Eddie Howe.
As is customary.
So,
That was fun. That was fun.
Good work, gents. Good work.
well, we get to do it again.
It wasn't as bad. Region 3, what you were talking about, it wasn't as bad as I think you originally were making it out to be when we were talking earlier. As far as the what's still out, kind of in limbo status.
Well, no, what's certified and what's not. So that's the issue is like you can go through, especially with the new setup where attendance is a tiebreaker as opposed to before where, the seating. So it's a lot easier to do now because you can say, okay, hey, what's the attendance this here and tell where they fall.
Yeah.
The issue is if you look at the actual certification, either on Max Preps under their state brackets or the UIL site, it's half empty. That's the issue. That was my concern.
Yeah.
It was through here, but like I said, here we put the disclaimers. I think you can go through and some teams already had matches set up that you could go through and see to where, okay, hey, this goes here. There's only one that I couldn't make any determination on. And of course it didn't really, wasn't one that really mattered.
Right.
No offense to the two teams, but they had losing records going against a team that had 2 or 3 losses. So,
yeah. So 5A on tap tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And of course I will be a part of all of it with the exception of girls 5A region, at least through the region 4 part initially.
Yeah.
I'll still be here, but still be in the area, but we'll be
I
on.
get to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah. So
He'll flip the coin. He'll flip the coin in the background.
I'll jump back.
Rafa needs to see about switching rooms.
I'll jump back on. Hey, Rafa, where'd you say you're at again? Laredo, right? Laredo?
Laredo, yeah.
He doesn't disclose that location.
Yeah, well, that's
That
what I was going to say.
information.
I was about to ask him undisclosed, and then he said it. So I was like, I don't know. But good deal.
I'm near the arena, so
All right, awesome.
I'm gonna play the outro, and then
Harry,
we will
any
be
plugs? Any plugs for tomorrow before we sign off?
out. Be back at 8.
8 p.m. Not 8:15.
8-ish.
Well,
And you
8-ish.
did put ish. You did put ish originally, right?
I did put ish because it's
fluid. Hey, when you're live, it's fluid. When you're live, it's fluid. But either way, thank you to all our listeners, all our supporters sticking
Thank
around.
you.
Really appreciate you guys.
Almost 1,800. And like I said here, I know 5A and 6A. I know 5A. There's a lot. We have a lot of listeners for 5A, especially in the area. 6A as well with all the local schools, and I know through 50/50 they do an outstanding job with the reach for that here. So
Let's hit 2,500 tomorrow, guys. All our listener supporters, tell your friends. Everybody, bring more people on here. Get more people to come on tomorrow. Let's get over.
My question is how far does Jay go? That is my question.
Yeah.
Mine is will we find out what a rice bird is?
Oh yeah.
I was actually looking it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Interesting. Yeah. I closed it out because when you sense yourself starting to go down that rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole. Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
Can you barbecue a rice bird?
Well, I'm gonna